clock, run. Bomba clock, come on.
My Alpha Omega Theta will maybe destroy your haters. So slam me through elevators, American gladiator. Filling your melon with maggots, chopping your body to fracture. Silverback smashing the actress, fuck around breaking the mattress. Madness, always got to have shit. Got the Air Max in the UPS package. I got a barrel on my fucking bow and arrow. It'll make the arrow travel, strapped to hit the Adam's apple. I'm a machine who seems to get cream, equipped the green beam and wipe out the seam. If I get to the Terradome, breaking up a couple bones, smack you with the telephone like my name was Pesci Joe. Why this nigga's rapping, yo? I don't know, he gotta go before I get the calico aiming at his fucking nose. No ma'am, just like Al Bundy. I might crack a smile, but ain't the damn thing funny.
I'm a machine with top-down grams. 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 I'm a machine with top-down grams.
I behave worse when that hunger and thirst become priority. I speak for myself, fuck you and the majority. I endured so much, it's time to collect in spades. My awareness reaches max like police Thursday raids. Tucking them grams, tucking them bags, shit. Niggas get bagged, go on that lamb, shit. Go buy a ticket, run for that train. If you tired, let them know, no more prison again. Niggas need jobs, bosses ain't hiring. McDonald's ain't no money, but they already know funny. The system is made to keep you on clothes. I need dope. No money for housing, food or new clothes, but fast money never lasts. So when you making fast money stack, then let's go. Let's roll another blunt for them hustlers not home. I said hustlers, not them thieving assholes that y'all know.
I'm a machine with top-down grams. 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 Yeah.
He's alive!
Damn wallow, the butterfly flew out. The hell? Ridiculous. Yo, what the hell you dream of? Fast and expensive trips, don't gotta pay bills, gotta get that bag quick. Tired of having nothing in my pocket, spending money on stupid shit, gotta stop it. Yo, what the hell you dream of? Fast and expensive trips, don't gotta pay bills, gotta get that bag quick. Whoop. Tired of having nothing in my pocket, spending money on stupid shit, I gotta stop it. Woke up broke as fuck, thinking about the money bags, wanna get the fast money on the daily task. Nothing in the fridge, so I'm thinking about that money heist. You get left, cause my pockets ain't looking right. Looking in my fridge, baking soda and a broke light. Just hold tight, the plan will mold right. Got that caper applied on rich neighbors. Might as well pray to Yahweh to save you. Rubbing on my belly, I'm hungry and ready. Fast with that cash like Michael Andretti. No matter what, I chase those bugs. My car don't got money, credit smudge. Jobs always bother me, gotta win the lottery. When I leave the country, please don't bother me. Hard time, my pride's in the archives. Been in poverty for a long time. Yo, what the hell you dream of? Fast and expensive trips, don't gotta pay bills, gotta get that bag quick. Tired of having nothing in my pocket, spending money on stupid shit, gotta stop it. Yo, what the hell you dream of? Fast and expensive trips, don't gotta pay bills, gotta get that bag quick. Whoop. Tired of having nothing in my pocket, spending money on stupid shit, I gotta stop it. $1 per word, my learning curve. Fuck off, you lame birds, my trap is absurd. Pocket watcher got you plotting on the opposition. The only thing holding you back is prison. Getting fired from job, time is running out. Gotta pay the light bill, Con Ed bugging out. It's imperative, that's how I gotta live. I'm broke, don't even ask for a cig. Gotta borrow money to pay what I owe. Hurricane Sandy gave us a blow. After that, COVID swallowed the world whole. Couldn't go nowhere, stay in your home. Every day I paper chase, you know what I ate. For breakfast, success on my dinner plate. Delicious. When I gotta raise, here comes inflation. Fucking hate it, I'm losing my patience. 1, 2, 1, 2. Tell me how I'm sounding to you. Hey, yo, B, what's good though? Council Roundtable, episode 3
05. We talk the old-fashioned rats so that y'all know what's happening. You already know the vibes. Yeah, man. Trying to stay cool over here. It wasn't as hot as it was last week, to tell you the truth. But I'm chilling. I'm cool. Got my ice cold bev to the side and all that. Ready to chop it up with y'all when it comes to the old-fashioned wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Blaze was goody. Already got the likes already pulling up. Appreciate y'all already. You already know the rules. You hit that quota, you know what I'm saying? The 10 thumbs. That's when I open up the floodgates. As y'all can see, I had a pretty interesting weekend, huh? Yeah, B. I know y'all see what type of time your boy was on. Pulled up to the KCI. What was it? KCI convention, or it was basically the anime verse, Wrestleverse. They had a lot going on over there. Had people over there cosplaying, of course. You had people over there selling all types of items and weapons. Yo, there was dudes over there that literally had real swords for sale. Like when it comes to like Final Fantasy and stuff. I should have recorded that shit. But yo, dudes had real swords and all that. And I'm like, because my lady was like, those aren't real. I'm like, nah, babe, those are real. Like, feel that shit. Touch the fucking blade. What's good, Blaze? Not in the best headspace the last 2 days. Definitely need the council roundtable to get my mind off shit. That's what we here for, B. That's what we here for. Like, it sucks. You're going through what you're going through. But, hopefully we can get your mind off the fuckery and, talk about the old-fashioned wrestling and all other fly shit. So, yeah, B. So, you already see I linked up with Sting and all that. So what's up to Sting? Shook his hand a couple of times, as a matter of fact. We chopped it up for like a short period of time. Seen this dude Nash. I was like, yo, Nash was goody. And he winked at me. And I was like, pause. And he started laughing. Yeah, but if the live should be up though. I had went live when I was there, when I was on the line and shit. A few people was there. Shit, a lot. I wish I would have chopped it up with a lot more of them, but they was asking for a lot of money, and I won't say a lot. They was reasonable, but it was like, because you had the Steiners, you had Luger. Luger looked great too, pause. I'm not even gonna hold you. Luger looked like he put on some weight. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to DDP for that. DDP got him out here gaining some weight. Let me find out. Luger got one more run left in him. But he was there. Sammy Guevara and Tay Mello, they was there. Santino Marella, that dude is jacked. Like, pause. On some real G shit, I was like, hey, yo, like this dude was like, yo. But these dudes, they were just walking around. Some of them had like security and shit, but not like much security. They had like a couple of, but people wasn't even on it like that. So I didn't want to come off like a group, like, oh, let me just, run up in motherfuckers' face and record them. And you know what I'm saying? Because everybody was just walking around all casual, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we all people here. Motherfuckers wasn't doing the most. Shit. You know how expensive that would have been? Let's really be real. It sounds good. You know how expensive that shit would have been? Shit, with the money I would have paid for that, I can help pay my damn house off. Actually, can help pay that my damn man, please. But he was cool though. He was a little nervous though. I'm not gonna hold you. Like I walked up to him, I'm like, "It was good, Sting, whatever." He was like, "Hey, what's going on?" Like I don't know. I don't want to sound disrespectful enough. Like he was scared of me and something, but he just gave me that vibe. Like he was a little uncomfortable. It was like, "Yo, my dude, yeah, like I'm about to steal your wallet. Relax." That dude's thing look a little pressed, but other than that, he was cool. I told him about the Joker's thing. I was like, I don't know if anybody ever told you, but Joker's thing was underrated, and he appreciated it. He shook my hand. He was like, "You know what? That's what's up." He didn't say that's what's up. He didn't say that, but you know what I mean. Because I don't think a lot of people give him praise for that shit. Joker's thing was golden. That was like one of my favorite things. He was there. Nash was there. Britt Baker was there. Yo, was you able to see Britt Anubis? I tried to put her on camera. I was just telling Blaze, I was like, how everybody was there. It wasn't like everybody was with their cameras all up in motherfuckers' face. So I didn't want to be like the odd man, you know what I'm saying, putting cameras all up in motherfuckers' face. I want to do that shit, and I want to do that shit anyway. So why would I do it then? You know what I'm saying? For a split second. Yeah, because I didn't want to have the camera all up in motherfuckers' face and shit. Because it was like we were just all chilling. That's how the atmosphere was. Like, people probably took like a pic or two, but not like to the point where like they was getting mobbed. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't wanna come off like no damn groupie having cameras all up in motherfuckers' face and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to be on that type of time anyway. Let me get 3 more likes so you already know I'll open up the floodgates. And if anyone is feeling generous, not only for this live stream, but when it comes to anybody watching the upload, they're going to tip jar right there. Highly appreciate it. It could be $1, it could be $10, it could be $100. Yeah, I was chilling though, Anubis. Lola looked like he could barely walk. Lola was just walking around like he was chilling. He was in his attire and everything. Who else is there? Like I guess at the start of, and then on the anime side, they had the dude that does the voice, the Vegeta's voiceover. You had who was that again? The dude that did the Winnie the Pooh voice. Yeah, like a few people was there, B. But when I was there, I seen, y'all was watching Night of Chumpions. I'm not gonna hold you. I didn't even watch it. I'm not even gonna sit here and cap and be like, "Yo, that shit was what? That shit was hot." I just, you know what it is, because I'm going through like PLE fatigue, low key. Because didn't we just have a PLE like a couple of weeks ago, and then we got another PLE in the next couple of weeks? We got a whole weekend of PLEs, as a matter of fact, the next couple of weeks. They are killing me with this shit. Shit, don't they got a special episode tomorrow. Dynamite 300 episode. It is too much. So you got, matter of fact, you got Dynamite, AEW Dynamite, the 300th episode, and you got Collision, the 200th episode. And I think they play back to back tomorrow. Insanity. And it's like nothing's getting a chance to breathe. That's the other thing. Nothing's getting a chance to breathe. So that means you're just gonna get good matches and that's it. Any money bet, people already done forgot about what happened at Night of Champions. Any money bet. Like, yeah, you may have remembered the matches. Oh, you remember this dude, what's his name again? Tala Tonga, whatever the fuck his name is. It's like that's the Tala. Why? Because he's tall, Tala. He finally shows up. Ballet, what it do though? Yeah. He showed up. This dude, Tongaloa, he came back. So you know what that means. Tama Tonga is gonna be on Jacob Fatu's side. And it's gonna be like, here we go. We have war games. We're gonna force war games. This November, we're gonna have war games again. It's gonna be Jacob's crew against Solo's crew. Bloodline B and C. Bullshit. Who wants to see that? And there's motherfuckers out there that wouldn't mind seeing some bullshit like that. Oh, I can't wait for this new war games. You have Solo's crew and you have Jacob's crew. So that's what I'm saying. Like, so Jacob's gonna build his own bloodline now. My God, yo, Triple H. Oh man, it's like, yo, this dude, it's like he gives you an aneurysm. Cause it's like, my man, what the fuck, son? Can you create anything fresh? Anything? Can you do anything that's gonna be like, yo, okay, I won't even go that far. Because he has done things that maybe like, okay, Triple H, I see you. Like when it comes to Jey Uso winning the Rumble, or when it comes to Cena turning heel, or when it comes to the New Day turning on Big E. It's all in the follow-up. Can you stop with the shock value booking? If you're gonna have a shock value booking, if you have some book to shock motherfuckers, have a follow-up, man. This dude Triple H, B, he's just not creative, yo. He's not. Like, it's no excuse anymore. It's really not, because it's like, okay. And okay, I'll say this, right? He got a couple of things cooking. Like, he got the shit with the Becky, Bailey, and Lyra shit. I ain't gonna lie, I low-key like what they got going on with that. I like, Naomi, she doing her thing right now. But that's a couple of things out of a shitload of bum outs. And it's hard to trust Triple H, B. This dude is exposed like dog nuts. The fuck out of here. And, people want to talk about Jay Cargill and shit. And it's like, yo, y'all people just got to give it up. Shorty, yes, she looks like $1 million. Nobody could dispute that. She looks like a champion, but she doesn't work like a champion. Like, she is just so like, oh, man, she doesn't get it. She doesn't get it, especially when it comes to selling and botching. She is a botch machine. Let's stop the bullshit about because she's black. No, like I swear to God, I ain't gonna lie. Maybe that might be part of the issue too, because China got away with a lot, but that's neither here nor there. But it's like I would hope she would know how to do something, like make anything look believable when it comes to her in-ring work, like with her selling or whatever. She doesn't know how to sell, and she moves around in the ring like she has 2 left feet. Her winning Queen of the Ring, I'm not shocked by that though. I'm not. Even my dude Black Star said, he was like, "Yo, she's gonna win," and I was like, I agreed with him. I agree. Like, yeah, I know she's gonna win Queen of the Ring, and it sucks because we all want an Oscar to, like. Let's really be real. We want an Oscar to win. Oscar deserves it. And at least she made it to the finals, I guess. Let me see. They thought Jade would be on Bianca's level. Yeah. Because they prejudice. Like, Bianca Belair is an anomaly. And it's time for her to break through now. Like, enough of her babysitting. Enough of that shit. Word. Cody, we all knew Cody was gonna win the King of the Ring, so that wasn't a surprise. And the weird part, like I see some highlights here and there, like with Randy Orton sitting there hesitating to kick this dude in the fucking head. Why are you hesitating to kick Cody in the head? Didn't you just say on SmackDown you would do anything to get back to the WWE Championship? So what happened? Man, I don't get it. And there's people out there that saying that they love this shit. Like, it's just no. And then you got Rhea Ripley. Of course, she wins. She beat what's Shorty name again? T-Hawk. What the hell is it? Mercedes, Gonzalez, Rodriguez, Raquel, Santiago. She's always gonna be a fucking loser. I mean, she's about to lose that damn belt. They about to lose those tag team belts in Evolution. Yeah, that's just stumbled me a little bit, Ballet. It was one of those damn names. T-Hawk looking ass. What that dude said? And Deuce Bigelow. That's one big bitch. Man. How was your weekend though, Ballet? What's going on in NXT? I see they starting to bring a little bit more TNA wrestlers on NXT. See Joe Hendry there. This dude, what's my dude name? Santana. He over there. That's good. That's good. You see how I was chopping it up a Sting? Old man Sting. That name is so trash. Jasper Troy. That was that big dude that had beef with Obafemi. Yeah, Bal. There was a few people there. Steiner Brothers was there. That's what's called a KC Expo. My bad, y'all. KCI Expo. They had the Steiner Brothers were there. You had Lex Luger. You had Santino Marella, Sammy Guevara, Tay Mello, um, Jerry Lawler, Nash, Sting. Yeah, it was lit. Oh, here comes Oba. Who? That's all he's gonna say when he comes to the main roster. When Obafemi comes to the main roster, all he's gonna say is "Who?" It's like how this dude Braun Breaker is. This dude Braun Breaker, all he does is bark now. I won't be surprised if they have this dude eating puppy chow soon. He's gonna be on some bullshit like he's gonna eat some puppy chow. It's gonna give him strength, like spinach to Popeye, some goofy shit like that. Actually, Ballet, it wasn't that packed. Believe it or not, it really wasn't. Oh, that's Ludwig Kaiser roll. You know what I'm saying? You got your coffee and you got your Kaiser roll. You know, you dip your Kaiser roll in your coffee. There you go. What? Fuck yeah. My God, did he have he had the longest line there, as a matter of fact. How it was like the line was so long, they had to make the line like a snake formation. It was like two snake formatted lines. One was for the regulars, the other one's for the VIPs. Like the VIPs, they'll get like autograph signing too and all that, like a whole bunch of extra shit. Like they'll get like the total package. Pause. Appreciate it. Yeah, Sting was cool. You know what I mean? Seemed like a real humble dude. I ain't gonna lie. I'm telling you, I hate to say it, I'm telling you, it looked like he was a little bit nervous though. Like, like I was about to take his wallet. No, I'm fucking around though. What's Oba doing right now? Let's see what Oba doing. NXT. And don't they got a Great American Bash? It's a Great American Bash 2 weeks from now also. So they had this motherfucker, Joe Hendry going up against what's my dude name again? Wesley. Where the hell did this match come from? Oh, yeah, okay. How long he's been the champ? Man, look, I don't know, B. So far, I'm on the side eye Jacob Fatu's push right now. I'm not saying it's a complete bust now, but I don't know. This dude is looking like nothing but a catchphrase right now. That's what I was saying from before. I don't know how motherfuckers can sit here and be mad at Jay Uso for saying, oh, yeet and it's me Us over and over. But when it comes to Jacob Fatu, you know what I mean? I guess because it's still fresh. But it's like, let's really be real. Jacob Fatu, he's low-key doing the same shit. All he's saying is the same shit over and over. All gas, no brakes, yada, yada, I mean. That's all he did with the U.S. belt. What else he done with the U.S. belt? One thing I would say, though, I'm glad him and Braun Breaker didn't touch yet. I'll give Triple H that. Even when they had that stare down at the Money in the Bank, PLE, you notice they didn't fight. Keep that in mind. They still haven't touched yet. I missed that whole show badly. I didn't care. My lady was saying, "You're not gonna watch Night of Champions?" I'm like, I just really wasn't interested. Like, see, like if I was home, then I would have went live, to watch it with you guys. Cause I love our watch parties. I really do. Like watching it with you guys, it make this shit more fun. But me watching that shit by myself, I fuck around, fall asleep on that shit. And that'll be dumb though, Ballet. Because why put the belt on him for him to what? Lose it at SummerSlam? That'll be so stupid. That if that was a point, why put the belt on him in the first place? I think Solo should hold that belt down for a long time. But he should defend it too. These motherfuckers need to defend their belts more and need to have more matches. Now, I know y'all gonna say, "Oh, but you spoke about motherfuckers always having matches." Yes, I did, but it gotta be a nice balance to shit. Balance is always key. Balance is a spice of life. That's why motherfuckers is getting hurt left and right. I won't be surprised if Rhea Ripley is still hurt because she didn't do nothing last night, right? Oh no, I don't think she did anything last night on Raw. So she might be hurt low key. So she just wanted to come out and do a quick little segment with Io Sky. Yeah. But now it's to the part where they're too far away from each other now. Like, this is what I didn't want. That's why I was saying that Braun Breaker shouldn't even be in the stupid ass stable. He should have been on SmackDown. Braun Breaker all the time should have been on SmackDown wrecking shit. As a dominant face. Like, in a perfect world, it should have been Braun Breaker against Jacob Fatu at SummerSlam for the U.S. Championship. That's what we should have been heading towards right now. Jordan Gray showed up during the Obafemi promo. Shots go out to King Leo. Yeah. Was goody.
I'm good. I'm good.
Shit, is it hot enough yet?
It's actually cooled off a bit down here.
Yeah, over here too. It's only like what, like 75? Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that bad today.
Word, B. So what's going on? How was your weekend? How you feeling?
All right, I'm feeling good. Just enjoying the calm before the storm. Next week's going to be a busy week.
What's next week?
All the shows are next week.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Saturday
Yeah,
night,
yeah.
Yeah.
But everybody got shit going on tomorrow. Don't we got like a back to back AEW? You got Dynamite and Collision tomorrow.
And I believe tomorrow's just a regular Dynamite. Yeah.
It is. I thought it was this. I thought it was tomorrow. Let me see.
I could be wrong, but I think tomorrow's just a regular episode.
I thought tomorrow's the 300th episode.
Yeah, it is the 300th episode. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't believe there's going to be a collision after. Let me check my DVR and see what's going on. I know they taped SmackDown last night.
Yeah.
Fourth is on.
Yeah. So feel free if y'all got any spoilers. I don't care. Say the spoilers.
Yeah, tomorrow's just a regular Dynamite. Yeah.
Oh, so it's not the 300?
Yeah, it's the 300 episode, but yeah, there's no collision after. It's just a regular 2-hour episode, basically. So,
Oh, okay.
I did want to talk about something though. I guess TKL is busy.
What's up?
TKL had dropped a link on the chat. It was an Instagram link, and it was just a person just talking about like how underwhelming the New Day's run as tag team champions were.
Oh man.
And I replied to the post, and I said, honestly, when you look at this entire year, this has actually been one of the weakest years for champions in general in the entire brand. And I basically said that Triple H doesn't know how to book champions from top to bottom. And it's a conversation that really needs to be had. Literally, like from top of the card. Like
Right.
Io Sky last night, they announced that she's facing Rhea Ripley at Evolution. That's cool. But the last time she defended the title was at WrestleMania 2 months ago. Not a single defense at all. The New Day lost the tag team championships last night to Judgment Day. And literally the only thing you can remember was them winning them at Mania in a ice cold match against War Machine. That like
I barely remember that.
Right. Then when you look at the U.S. title, the men's U.S. title, it's basically just been hot potato the entire year, from Knight to Nakamura to back to Knight to Fatu and now Solo. And then the women's U.S. title that was introduced, Chelsea was the initial champion. Didn't really get a chance to do anything with it. Lost it to Selena Vega. She was awful. And now she just lost it to Julia. Then you look at Tiffany Stratton.
How long was Zelina Vega's title reign? She had the belt for like what, 3 months?
I have no idea. It wasn't that long, but it wasn't a very good reign.
Probably it wasn't at all.
Then you look at Tiffany Stratton.
Oh wow.
Then you look at Tiffany Stratton. Basically, the peak for her was when she cashed in, like cashing in and becoming a champion. That was the peak. She had that horrible feud with Charlotte. The match at Mania itself wasn't that good. And after Mania, she's really just there, not really doing anything. And now people are just waiting for Naomi to cash in on her, and that's it. Then you look at
it's like he's given like Triple H is giving up on motherfuckers. He's like, I already know. We already know where we going next. Just hold the belt, like
Right.
literally keep the belt warm for like a Rhea Ripley, or keep the belt warm for like a Naomi. It's like you just giving up.
Then you look at the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. The Street Profits haven't been on the PLE the entire year. They haven't even been on the
Insanity.
pay-per-view. Not once.
That's
So when
fucking
you really look
retarded.
at all the titles that have been featured, the only one that I really can't attack is the World Heavyweight title. That they've been doing a little bit of that, like with Gunther and Jey Uso. So they've done a little bit better with that. But even with the World Heavyweight title, at no point does it feel like the biggest thing on Raw. It doesn't feel like, because like it's a world title. Everybody should want that world title. Like all the big names should want that title. It doesn't really
Exactly.
feel that way. It
Well,
just
hold on.
feels
Let me
like
read what Blaze has said. Because I totally agree. This dude Cross should have definitely won and not a champions. Sami Zayn would have been all right. And if anything, Cross needed that heat more, way more. Because Sami Zayn would have been fine. They're going to love him regardless out there. TKO, what it do though?
Yeah, I mean, I heard you. I heard everything y'all saying, and I agree. The
yeah,
fact is, the
basically.
fact
I'm
is,
sorry.
the fact is, people are not going to admit it, but Triple H is fucking up. It's okay.
He's fucked up.
Yeah,
Like, fucking apart his fault. This shit is past due.
basically, like all the best stories in WWE involve non-champions. That's the most compelling shit. The most compelling stuff on television is involving people who don't have titles, and that's fine. But you still got to give the champions something to do, and it just needs to be said. Triple H does not know how to book champions, like, and you don't really think about it or realize it until you sit back, like I just did, and you systematically break it down and you look at every single title, and like the vast majority of them, really for most of this year, like they haven't really been doing shit with any of them. Like
Bro,
Cody,
the
half
bro,
his
the
run was against the
fucking
Bloodline.
bro, the fucking New Day just lost the tag titles to a heel tag team.
I think they
Yeah,
turned face according to how the crowd was last night. They was loving it.
Yeah, but
right.
there's still two heel teams, and they were cheering
Yeah.
for the Judgment Day, for God's sakes.
Cringement Day is never. Yo, who's gonna die first? The bloodline or the Cringement Day?
Right, like,
Like
and that's another thing too.
they're
Like
like
he's
Who
giving them,
forever.
like
who
he's given them all the titles as an excuse to keep it going. That's another issue with Triple H. Like the shit
Yeah.
just goes on way too long. The Judgment Day and the Bloodline, like it's over. The peak was like a year ago. It's done. These groups have
realistic,
no reason to exist anymore. But it's like Triple H will find ways to continue it and milk it. So it's like, I know we'll put the tag titles on JD and Balor. Dom is already the Intercontinental Champion, and then we'll use the Freebird rule, and now we'll put the tag titles on Roxy. So now they have all the titles. So it's like now that they have all the titles except the world title, that's an excuse for the group to go for another 6 months. And then you got
Jesus.
Fatu and Solo. It's like, dude, the bloodline was just fucking two dudes. It was just Jacob Fatu. I'm sorry. It was Solo and Cobb. And now it's like, okay, we're going to bring back Tongaloa and we're going to debut Hikaleo, even though like it's a year too late. So now Solo's got like a squad with him again, which now gives them an excuse to keep the bloodline going,
But
even though that shit's over.
here's the main thing that kills me. Is like why they still following this dude? He doesn't have the Ula follow no more.
well
Like
now,
Right.
now that he's got the United States title, they got a reason to now.
yeah, I guess. But still, come on.
Right. That's what I
Realistically,
mean.
realistically, the bloodline stuff should have been done after Mania 40, but I get why they kept it going because Roman did say Solo would be the next guy when he lost the belt. And for a while, they used Solo to keep the bloodline going to debut Jacob and the Tongans. I'm like, okay, fine. But
And go ahead.
yeah, so he kept the bloodline together to debut the Tongans and Jacob. Okay, cool. But then when Solo lost the Ulafala, it should have been a wrap.
Right.
And I would say this: I think he should have beat Cody like at least once. or just one time for the WWE Championship. He could have had a month, 2 months reign.
Who,
Really?
Solo?
Yeah,
And
No, he's not
I
ready
know
for
what you
that.
listen, yeah, Tove. I know what you're thinking. I know why you're about to disagree. But storyline wise, the way they were pushing Solo as the new tribal chief, so to speak, it would have made sense for him to win at
yes,
least once.
exactly. To solidify him being a threat. That's what I was saying from before. I'm like, why y'all even paying this motherfucker any mind? He's a bum. He always loses.
Yeah, he
Well,
even
they did solidify him as a threat. They just fucked it up when he killed Cena that one time. They didn't follow up on that shit.
Right.
So
But yeah, that's what I'm
it's kind
saying.
of,
I'm saying
yeah,
like
you're
when he was the
right.
tribal chief, when he was supposedly the tribal chief,
They
this dude
picked it
was
back.
always losing.
I thought they picked it back up when he got the Ulafala, honestly. But then he just again he just kept losing. He lost to Cody twice. He lost to Roman. He lost War Games, and then he lost the Ulafala to Roman on the beginning of the year.
to me,
Thanks
what
a lot,
really hurt.
Blaze. Well, Blaze says Zelina
Okay.
was champ for 119 days. Yeah, no she had
Okay.
the belt for a minute. Thanks a
That's
lot.
To me, what really hurt Solo and the Tongans, and I know John's talked about this. When Rock was around doing his final boss stitch, he never interacted with any of them, not once, not one time. He never spoke to Solo. He never spoke to the Tongans. Like that really would have helped clear the air. Like, okay, you're the
Mm.
final boss in storyline. How do you feel about Solo,
I
Rock?
mean,
Like,
I mean,
like
you
do you
know me,
feel
bro. You know me, bro. That was actually one of my ideas. I thought when The Rock came back at Bad Blood, that was going to be the seeds planted for Survivor Series, where Rock was going to be revealed as the mastermind behind Solo's camp, but they never did that at all.
right? And we never really got Rock's perspective on it. Okay, like what does the final boss think in storyline about the Tongans who are not actually part of the family joining the bloodline? Like, do you approve? Do you not approve? The only reason I'm thinking about it that deeply, because I know some people are going to be like, is it really that deep, Toe? Yes, it is. Because using mafia terms, right? Like if you look at stuff like The Sopranos, Goodfellas, Casino, you don't go behind the boss's back and make moves. You got to get the approval. Everything that happens in those movies or those shows, somebody approved of it. So if you just go rogue and you just start doing your own shit and you start adding people to a crew without getting the blessing of like the head of the family, you can get whacked for that. So that was a pretty big glaring omission. And I was hoping that they would like, do something to add on to that, like what you just said, TKO, but Rock couldn't be bothered. And I feel like that really hurt. I mean, Fatu will be all right because Fatu is Fatu. He'll be fine. But it definitely hurt Solo. It hurt Solo and it hurt the other Tongans. It hurt Tama, even though they got hurt. It hurt them, because it could have added some story to it. It could have given the casuals, because we know who they are. Like, we know who, the Guerrillas of Destiny are. We know who they are. We know who Leo is. We know who Jeff Cobb is. But those casuals out there who only watch WWE, they don't know them. They don't watch New Japan. They don't watch Ring of Honor. They don't watch AEW. They don't know who these guys are.
Yeah, I definitely
So
don't. I definitely didn't know who he was. Only time I knew about Jeff Cobb was when he was Matanza.
okay, well, that's fair enough. But
You know
basically,
what
what
I'm
I'm really
saying?
saying is that The Rock giving his blessing, like an on-screen blessing, would have really gone a long way to give the casuals out there a reason to care. That's all I'm saying.
Black Star was goody.
It really it pissed me off even more what The Rock did on the Netflix premiere. Honestly, like one, he puts over Cody, saying Cody's been killing it as the champion, and then he puts the Ulafala on Roman. So essentially, by doing both of that, you signified that you were done, that you were not, that there wasn't going to be Rock versus Roman, Rock versus Cody. Both those matches are out of our mind. Like
Those
we,
matches,
You know what it was? You know what it was, CKO? It was this, right? This dude we thought he was signing off right there. But remember, this dude, Ari Emanuel, he panicked and he called this dude to come back and cook up a storyline on the fly with the whole Shang Tsung, I want to take your soul type shit.
right?
It
that shit
wasn't
was
planned.
That shit
Like it
was
wasn't
super
planned.
from the jump.
That shit was booked on the fly.
I was telling people for years, like Rock matches are never going to happen. I kept telling people he was never going to wrestle Roman, and he was never going to wrestle Cody because whether he wrestled Roman or Cody, the only outcome is him looking up at the lights,
I heard he still
regardless.
wants to go.
I
It
don't
doesn't
know
matter.
I
If he
heard
why.
wants to
I
It
go.
heard
don't
he
matter.
I heard he still
If
wants
he
to see he still wants that Roman and Rock match.
if he wrestles Rock or Cody or anybody else, the only outcome is him losing, and he knows that because he has no business winning any match at this point in his life, and his
Listen,
ego can't
man.
take that.
Man, listen, I'm gonna say the same thing about Rock that I said about Stone Cold coming back against Kevin Owens. You got him, you got Rock to wrestle at Mania 30, at Mania 40. Take it as a win and move on.
Right? He was on some bullshit when he was on Pat McAfee's show back then, when he was talking about how like at
The Cody
Mania
Crybabies.
39. No. At the one at Mania 39, where he told that story where he was like, "Oh yeah, like I talked to Vince, and we worked it out, and we were gonna do the match against Roman." But his exact words, he was like, "Yeah, we were gonna do the match, but we just couldn't figure out a way to tell that story like dancing around because they kept asking, well, if you guys talked about it, why did the match never happen?" And he just kept saying like we couldn't figure out a way to tell the story,
Oh, that's when he
aka.
was at that what was that like a NFL press conference or NCAA
Yeah, he
press
was at an
conference?
NFL press conference, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you read between the lines, what he was really saying was he couldn't figure out a way to lose but save face. Because back then, before Cody beat Roman, when Roman was like at the peak of his tribal chief, character, had that match happened at WrestleMania 39 between The Rock and Roman Reigns, Rock was not going to beat Roman. He was going to lose. Roman was going to beat him. And Rock was like, well, shit, I don't want to lose. So
Yeah,
I don't want to do
because
the match.
because he wanted to be the one to take out the tribal chief. He wanted to be the conquering hero.
Right. Then when
Right.
Cody got over, and then when he tried to debo Cody's spot for Mania 40, and then the backlash happened, and that was when Rock realized, well, shit, like, okay, well, I can't beat Cody either, or rather, if I face Cody in a one-on-one match, I'm gonna lose.
I
So whether
think
he
that
fought,
shit. I think now that you say that shit, I think that shit really hurt Cody, and he hasn't fully recovered from that, from him being deboed out of his motherfucking number one contender spot
Mhm.
when he just came out of nowhere and just gave that shit to Dewey.
Yes, I think yes and no. It did help because it kind of got Cody a little more over, but at the same time, he has to live with the fact that he's not going to get that lick back.
Right, that's a Hogan shit. That's a Hogan bitch move because they booked the tag match, and in Rock's own words, he said he's done. So if you're done, then that means when you did the tag match at Mania 40, you pinned Cody knowing he could not get his win back. That's some Hogan shit. Remember when Hogan was working Shawn Michaels? Remember that? They did the SummerSlam match.
Right. I know
It was
what you
supposed to
mean.
yeah, it was supposed to be a trilogy. Hogan wins one, Shawn wins one. Then they do like
He
one
said, nope,
more.
nope,
And then
nope, nope, nope. You're not
right
getting
at the
your
very
leg back.
last
Nope,
minute.
sorry.
Right
That's
at the
why,
very last minute,
yeah,
Hogan's
that's
like,
why
"That doesn't
Sean.
work for me, brother."
That's why Sean was petty in that match with the overselling
Right.
shit.
That's some Hogan shit, bro. That's some Hogan shit. Like, I don't even fuck with Cody like that, but that's not right. You can't, because he's gonna be on TV every week. You're not. Like, you
But
pinning him.
speaking of Cody, is this motherfucker really gonna be Guile in Street Fighter? I'm hearing this rumor getting stronger and stronger.
Guile, Cody.
Yeah, he's
Cody,
supposed to be Guile in the new Street Fighter that's coming out.
I wonder how that's gonna. I don't know how that's gonna look.
Yeah,
Let
because
me
I'm
look
thinking
it
the
up.
same thing. I'm thinking like if he's gonna go and film this movie, why would they make him number one contender for the WWE Championship? He will have to go away to do this movie unless he went away already and did it. Like, man,
Yeah,
because
I'm
he
glad.
was
I'm glad
gone.
you mentioned that. I'm
Well,
glad you mentioned that
he probably shot it when after he lost at Mania to Cena.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that too, because this could be affecting Roman. Because from what I'm hearing, the filming for the movie starts in August. That's next month, and SummerSlam is in early August.
Oh, so that means
That,
that Cody didn't film then if the movie's going to start filming in August. So
let me
how is
let
that
me
going to be
double check.
possible?
Unless the rumors are not true and he's not, and this is just made up. I don't know.
Yeah, right now the date for SummerSlam is August 2nd to August 3rd, and as according to my reports or what I read the other day, the filming for Street Fighter starts in early August. So if that's true, then I don't see how Roman makes SummerSlam unless he films his scenes early or he does SummerSlam and then just fucks off and starts filming Street Fighter. But that would be
I doubt
counterproductive
that.
because why would you come back just to leave again to film Street Fighter? But anyway, the main point is the scheduling of SummerSlam and the alleged filming of the Street Fighter movie, they conflict with each other because the
Yeah.
reports say that the filming starts early August. Yeah.
But like what you said, like maybe they already filmed their scenes already. Because they definitely not gonna have Cody and Roman Reigns out during SummerSlam season. That'll be insane.
Yeah. No, according to this, some guy named Alan Richardson is playing Guile. I don't know him. Let me
Oh,
look
that's
this
a dude
guy up.
that's Reacher. It's a show called Reacher.
Okay. Yeah, he fits it. He fits. He looks like Guile.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like, but it's you can look it up right now. Like, there's a rumor out there. There's a strong rumor out there saying that Cody's trying to be Cody want to be Guile.
Okay.
He
I
may
don't
want
think.
it, but I don't think he's got the part.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
think Cody.
he's not bulky enough. Like, it's like, come
Yeah.
on.
He's not. He's not tall enough. Guile's pretty tall. He's a tall. I know he's a
Yeah,
video game character, but if anybody's played a Street Fighter game, like he's a tall dude,
he's an
very muscular.
animal. Like the fuck, he
Yeah.
like what?
You know a wrestler who could play
6'4"?
Guile. You know a wrestler who could play Guile? Alex Hammerstone. Hammerstone could
Nah.
play
You
Guile.
know who he could play? He could play Alex. As a matter of fact,
Oh yeah.
there's a
Ooh.
character named Alex in Street Fighter 3. He'll be
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah. Honestly, Omega, he could be a good Guile. He's buff. He got it.
Kenny Omega, who are Canadians. We already had a Canadian as a Guile, B. It didn't work. is Van Dam Canadian? I don't know.
Van Dam?
Yeah, because remember he played Guile.
No, I thought RVD is. John Claude Van Dam.
Yeah.
I'm confused. John
He's
Claude.
oh god, RVD as Guile.
I think he's French. I think he's from France. I think is where he's from.
Yeah, French Canadian French. Same shit.
Yeah. Why is 50 Cent playing Balrog though? That's random as hell.
Yeah. This movie is gonna be a fucking fiasco because it's like the casting alone is like, oh, y'all really taking this serious? Like, come on.
Hey man, I'm for it. They're trying to restart the Mortal Kombat Street Fighter War. Because that new MK movie coming out, I think next year. Yeah. So.
Oh, he's Belgian. Okay, my bad. Anubis said he's
Okay,
Belgian.
Okay.
I see you, my dude. You.
What's up?
What do you do?
I heard y'all
said this
talking
dude
about
is
Street Fighter casting. Yeah, he's from Belgium.
Yeah,
He's from-
did you see that rumor? Did you see that rumor out there? It was like a strong rumor out there saying that Cody might be Guile.
Yeah, there's a rumor that Roman Reigns might be Akuma.
Yeah, we spoke about that
No,
from
not a
before.
rumor.
That's
That's
gonna
confirmed.
happen. Yeah, that's confirmed.
confirmed.
That's definitely happening.
I can't even diss it just because I've seen the King of Fighters movie that was live action. I saw the OG Street Fighter movie and the Chinese Street Fighter movie. So I've essentially given up on these movies.
Oh, don't forget when this dude from the Black Eyed Peas was Vega movie.
He was in he was in Wolverine. I remember it. Oh wait, that guy Damu. I'm sorry, I was thinking of Will I Am.
The other dude.
Damu.
What's his name? Damu.
Yeah, from Black Eyed Peas or Taboo.
Taboo. Yeah, Taboo. That's his name. Taboo.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Random. What is some of these motherfuckers with they random casting for Street Fighter? Like they had Shorty from Smallville playing Chun-Li.
You know what? The only good, I'll be real, the only good casting for Street Fighter for me was Raul Julia's M. Bison. He didn't do it right, but he hammed it up.
Yeah, Raul Julia, like he was low key the best, because we just love Raul Julia. He worked on what he had.
I'm confused here. This could just be my own bias. According to what I'm reading here, they're saying that the main antagonist of the movie is going to be M. Bison, and that's cool. I like Bison, but to me, Akuma is like he's way like more dangerous than Bison is. What?
Akuma's not an antagonist.
You're gonna have. I know he's not an antagonist,
No,
but
he's
still,
like a tweener. Like he,
right.
he just don't give a fuck about nothing.
Because if you remember the old story, Akuma was also supposed to be taking care of a baby, and he's best friends with Elena.
Which is weird. I don't know how that happened.
Hey, Elena's hot. I get it.
You saying this dude Akuma trying to slide off, trying to see.
Hey. You think Raging Demons ain't trying to get no loving every now and then? I mean, come on.
trying to give her the Raging Demon.
Yeah, you can't just be the best warrior on the streets. You got to be the best warrior in the sheets too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Some dude named Noah Contino's playing Ken. I'm looking at him. He does not look like Ken at all. He's got black hair. He's got a
well, they're gonna have makeup. They're gonna put the makeup in the wigs and shit.
Actually, the worst casting I've ever seen. If you haven't seen King of Fighters, they made Maggie Q Mai Shiranui. I was like
I heard about it, but I never watched it.
She's not Mai Shiranui.
The worst casting I've ever seen in my life was Topher Grace's Venom in Spider-Man 3. That shit.
Yeah, I'm like Venom is not skinny.
Wait,
That's
his name. That's the dude that played it. Oh, God.
Yeah, Topher Grace. Yeah,
Eric Foreman.
As a fellow Toph, and there's not that many. I took that shit personally. I'm like, dude.
I'm sorry. That's why I'm glad. At least they made up for it with Tom Hardy. I thought he killed that role.
Nah, Black Star. Ming should have played Gouken.
Oh yeah, Ming would have made a great Gouken.
He would have been a perfect Gouken.
A lot of people were surprised Tom Hardy killed Venom. I mean, this is the same guy that
Tom Hardy's great. He's
this
great.
Is the same. I'm like, bro, this is the same guy that played Bane and Batman. Like, come on now.
You know what it is?
Try to clown him for that. I thought he was great at Bane.
The first one was okay, but the second and third one, because I've seen all three of them in the movies. Mm-hmm. But the first one was okay. The second one was all right. Now the third one, I was over it. The second one,
I agree.
Yeah.
The second one, Carnage killed it. Shouts go out to Woody Harrelson. He killed.
He's another one. Woody Harrelson does not get enough props at all. He's great.
Are you kidding? Woody Harrelson's in my top 10. Woody Harrelson's one of my top 10. Okay.
I always my dream casting has always been like if we could get like a time machine, like China and like 2000, 2001. Like before the Botox and before she got depressed and shit. China, like in 2000, 2001, she would have been like the perfect Wonder Woman. She
I remember everybody was saying that shit. Like
I didn't. I was no.
The motherfuckers around my hood, like we always used to say that shit. Like yo, she'd be like a perfect like She-Ra. Remember She-Ra from He-Man and shit.
Yeah.
Nah, she could have been a good Evil Lynn. I think Evil Lynn would have been good for her. From He-Man, like she had the build for Evil Lynn.
Yeah, I know Evil Lynn. That's Felix Peoples.
But Linda Carter's Wonder Woman. I don't care. I'll fight y'all on that. Like I don't like this Gal Gadot or whatever the hell her name is. I don't like her as Wonder Woman. I'm like, no, you're not Linda Carter. I messed up her name. I know.
Yeah, the T is silent.
I don't care. She needed to be silent. Her horror was terrible. I'm still mad at that
movie. I'm sorry. She's an example that looks only get you so far.
Gal Gadot. Yeah, she's pretty bland. She is.
Yeah. I'm on the clock and I snuck out for this, but
oh shit.
Nah. Yeah, that Wonder Woman thing. No, the only thing that bothered me with that movie was I'm like, let me get this straight. Batman and Lex Luthor, two of the nosiest bastards in comic book history, never knew it is Amazon woman running around in World War II.
That's a good point.
Oh man.
Especially Batman. He's the world's greatest detective. How the fuck you ain't know that, sir?
You telling me Batman didn't know?
Oh man.
Batman knows what time Superman and Lois Lane snuck off to get that nut off real quick, and he didn't know when Wonder Woman was around. Come on.
You really think Superman smashed Wonder Woman?
Yeah, of course he did. So did Batman.
In the newer continuity, he does. I don't really pay attention to the new shit though.
No, I'm talking about in the older one. She did it. She did her thing with both of them. They all had, it was a messy thing.
She tried to get Batman first, but Batman didn't want her. So hey.
But how can you smash one of her fucking her snatch rip off your Johnson
If she wants
know,
to.
because
No,
of her
that's
powers and
Supergirl.
shit.
According to the old comic books, the only way to stop Wonder Woman is to handcuff her. So automatically they got bondage problems. So I don't really know. I'm just gonna let that one slide. Whatever.
Oh man.
And perfect casting should have been Angela Bassett as Storm. I don't know why they didn't do that in the first place.
That should have been.
They're never gonna get Storm right, bro. They're never gonna get Storm.
Angela
right.
Bassett was supposed to be Storm. Look at her. Look at her.
Jay Cargill, B. Jay Cargill, she's like she won dibs.
I used to get into fights about this shit back in the day, and I'm not throwing listen, okay, fuck, I'm throwing shade. Listen, Halle Berry, right? This is what happened to Halle. Okay,
oh boy,
this is what happened to Halle. I used to get into legit fights about this, right? When
damn.
Halle Berry played
Fist being
Storm,
thrown.
when Halle Berry played Storm, now this is Hollywood, okay? This isn't even the movie's fault. This is not the movie's fault. When Halle Berry played Storm in the first X-Men movie, okay, people forget because a lot of casuals don't know this, okay? Storm in the comics is from fucking Wakanda, okay?
Yeah,
she
yeah.
has an accent. She has a very deep. Think Queen Aminata from AEW. If anyone's ever heard her talk, she has a very deep African accent.
I never heard her talk.
Storm,
I know Aminata is.
Right, that's what Storm sounds like. When they did the first X-Men movie, Halle Berry tried to have an accent. She tried, but what happened was after the distance between the first movie and the second movie, and she did fucking Monsters Ball with Billy Bob Thornton. She won the Oscar, and when she won the Oscar, that shit went to her head. And so every portrayal she did of Storm after that, the accent was gone. She wasn't playing Storm. It was just Halle Berry. That's it. So the same criticism that The Rock gets for just playing himself in movies or Ryan Reynolds gets, that's what Halle Berry did. Halle Berry was not Storm in X2, X3, or any other future X-Men movie. She was just Halle Berry being Halle Berry. Cosplaying.
I got a question for y'all.
Oh wait,
which one? I got real quick.
Okay.
Which superhero did she play worse? Either Storm or Catwoman?
Catwoman by far, but the whole Storm thing, so you got to do a fight behind that. That's a trash reason to fight anybody.
Because people don't want to admit it, dude. This was the early 2000s. Okay, this was like the peak of Halle's career back then. Like back then,
isn't that when Catwoman came out too?
Nah, Catwoman came out in like 03.
It came out a couple of years later. Like it was a big deal when she won an Oscar, and I'm not taking away her Oscar win. But back then in the 2000s, okay, like black actresses were not given their flowers. So because she was one of the few black actresses that did get her flowers, so many people didn't want to call her out and hold her accountable over the fact that she fucking autopiloted her role as Storm. She
no. She stuck the Storm to begin with. Everybody that's giving all these excuses, nah. When I first saw that she was casted as Storm, I said, hell nah. And I was right.
She just looked good with that
right.
gray wig.
She didn't.
Right.
She didn't
they're never gonna do Storm right because any way to get.
Bally said Catwoman came out in 2004.
I said 04. All I was gonna say was, as far as that, all that goes with her, no. I mean, if you watch Angela Bassett and What's Love Got to Do with It as Tina Turner, she's built like Storm.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. But they're never going to do Storm. You're never going to get a live action Storm done right. Because if you want to get live action Storm done right, you would legit have to get like an independent like African actress that like nobody's ever heard of to really do accurate justice. But they're not going to do that. Instead, they're going to get like a really famous celebrity, a really famous influencer.
Yo, it sound mad crazy in your background, Anubis.
Yeah, I was trying to tell y'all I gotta go, but then he said he had to fight about it, and I'm all like, I had to sit up here and be like, oh hell no, you fought about this? This ain't no fight. This ain't even a skirmish. She sucked. I don't care about all the accuracy or nothing. She blew in the beginning. I knew she wasn't gonna be good.
We get it rated, son. Hey, we got 300. What the fuck just happened?
Oh man, and I gotta go back to work. I just got caught. Peace out, y'all.
Keep the conversation going. Keep the conversation going. Keep it going. Keep it going. What's good, nephew? Who like yo? When it comes to Halle Berry, what superhero she played worse, Catwoman or Storm? Let's hear it in the chat.
She did train to play Catwoman, at least. I'll give her that.
She committed to the role. I'll give her that much. All those stunts she did, that was all her.
Mhm.
W's to
It
the
was.
chat. W's to the chat. Appreciate y'all, B. Right here, we go live every Tuesday and Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern. You already know the vibes. Talk about the old-fashioned ration here. Talk about, movies, comic books, all that shit, B. Yo, y'all seen Squid Game? Y'all be watching Squid Game?
Nah,
No,
I
I'm not
don't.
into that. It's too violent for me.
Is that so violent for you? Shit.
I never had the chance to watch
It
it.
is pretty violent though. I ain't gonna lie though.
I never watched it. I didn't have the time to, but
Well, I guess you get to binge watch it now because the series is over.
yeah, I heard good things about it though. Some.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah. So what y'all thought about Night of Champions?
How the hell do you call it Night of Champions and only 2 belts are on the line?
Well, I'll say Night of Chumpions.
Shit, man. You might as well.
only 2 belts on the line.
The
Yeah.
only thing I really got to say about the show is, like 2 things can be correct. Social media was very upset at just how cold Jeddah was to Jade. Yeah, there's definitely a pattern of international fans just not reacting well to black chicks. That's true. However, the fans were also cold because the match just wasn't that good. Jade is just not ready at all for that spot. Asuka
W to
carried
you
like
too, nephew. W to you too. Appreciate you, nephew.
Look,
Asuka
man,
carried the match for like 90. She carried like 95% of the match. Again, I like Jade. She's just not ready for that spot at all. She's
I
really
want to
not.
point out. I told you she was going to get dog walked in that match, and also, and all, and also, how the hell Jade no sell through most of the match? Asuka worked on her leg through a majority of it, and she no sold it the whole time. Even the announcers were confused.
Yeah. Hey, they try to make it a whole race issue. Like, they
Listen,
booing Jade because she's black. Like, no, they booing her because they
she
just
should
like
have
Oscar.
lost.
They like Oscar more.
And
It just wasn't killing
listen,
her. It
and
just wasn't
listen.
killing her. That's all.
And look, hey, listen, we're not saying racism doesn't exist in wrestling. It does, but
Of course.
in certain areas, it's not. This didn't call for it. And also, if you really want to make it a racial issue, why are y'all complaints about Wes Lee? He's getting treated like shit on NXT.
Right.
Like he should have been NXT champion by now. What the fuck?
Isn't
But
he? Isn't he with a crew and all that too? Like, isn't he in the stable?
yes, and he's been taking L's.
Mm-mm.
The only other 2 things I have to add to the show is Cody needs to be careful because he's slowly entering Super Cena status. It's one thing to kick out of an RKO, a move that like would normally end the match, but then you got hit by like an RKO in like midair, like everybody gets put away from that. But then Cody kicked out of that, but then he pinned Randy with like 1 crossroads. Like how many times have we seen Cody hit multiple crossroads? Like
Right.
that's what it took to
Right.
beat Roman. That's what it took to beat Brock, but just 1 crossroads puts away Randy. Like that shit made Randy look weak, and it was really giving off like Super Cena status. So
Yeah, and him
I would,
hesitating to catch him with the punt kick.
yeah,
Yeah.
I would tread lightly. I would tread lightly if I were them. I'm not saying we're there yet, but like if you do, just be careful of how you use finishers. I know people spam finishers now anyway, but the RKO has always been a pretty protected finish in WWE. I don't really see people kick out of it like that. And then the final thing I got to say is that match of Punk and Cena, like Jesus fucking Christ, bro. Like I sent a voice clip after the match was over on the private chat. It's one thing to do a
Give me 1 second,
shitload of
Tove.
run-ins.
Give me 1 second, Tove, because my nephew over here, he said it's been a while since he watched WWE. What was your cutoff point? so we could somewhat bring you up to speed, a little light. Like I don't know when was your cutoff point, because it's like you miss a lot, but didn't miss shit at the same time. It depends on where you start watching. Black Sauce said he did that to Andrade and he did that to the governor. They spamming the hell out of finishing moves in 2025. And they've been doing that shit for years. Shit, way before this year.
Yeah, that main event though was fucking Russo-rific, dude. Like,
So
it's
go ahead.
Cena versus. Are you talking about the one in 2011? Because that's been a good
game. He's probably talking about that.
Okay, you've been at the game for a long time then. So
well, they fought this weekend. I'll say that.
Yeah.
They fought in Saudi Arabia this weekend.
Yeah, that main event match was like Russo-rific, man. Like, this is the last match ever between Punk and Cena. You got run-ins from Seth, from Braun, from Reed, from fucking Pentagon for some reason, from Sammy's. Like, what are we doing here, bro? Like,
I ain't gonna lie. I thought at the beginning it started off slow, but then it started to pick up. I thought it was fine up until all the cluster fucks. Personally, it would have been fine if you wanted to have Seth interfere to continue the Seth Punk storyline. Fine, but you fucked it. All the extra shit was just unnecessary. Like Sami Zayn and Penta being in the mix didn't need to be there. You almost get Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed were damn near not in sync throughout most of that attack. I mean, you saw how they almost dropped Punk on his head.
Yeah, I seen the highlights here and there. I didn't see like the full show, but yeah, I seen that part. And it's like yo, like when it comes to I don't know, I can't even, what's their name? I don't even know their damn name.
They don't have a name. They don't have a name, dude.
These motherfuckers are so focused on causing CM Punk the belt instead of getting at this dude Cena. Like, that's a belt that's where you be the fucking top dog. That's where you be the main champion. Logically speaking, why, you know what I'm saying? Why are you worried about what CM Punk got going on instead of you packing this dude Cena? Matter of fact, didn't this dude Cena was watching these dudes up by himself?
Yep.
Even took out the referee?
Yes.
Made these dudes look like whole goofies.
He took out the referee and AA Bronson Reed. Yeah.
Yeah, and to me, the big story is it's like, okay, so we're running back Cody and Cena, which was without a doubt the worst match of the year. One of the worst WrestleMania main events of all time. Like, I hope you guys have a fucking idea on how to make this shit better, because that shit, and I'm not saying that because it's recency bias. I know Black Star hasn't been on the show lately because of the internet issues, but we all watched that match live. Me, Black Star, Sandman, GKO. We saw that match. That match between Cody and Cena legit was one of the worst WrestleMania main events. I don't think it's the worst, but it's up there. It's like top 3. That shit was ass cheese. I hope you guys got a fucking plan on how to make this SummerSlam match better. That shit at Mania was not it at all.
No, I think he's losing the belt before. He might be losing the belt at SummerSlam. Like, because he's going against Cody at SummerSlam, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They got
Cody gonna finish him off. He's gonna finish him off. Donatello said, nah. Telling you, he ain't gonna make it that far. Oh, as a matter of fact, my dude Donatello, my nephew right here, he be doing reaction videos when it comes like Kai Cenat and them, you know what I'm saying, them other streamers, the IRL streamers and all that. So make sure you check him out when it comes to that type of content. And he be doing challenges too. He be doing the hot chip challenge and all that. He be wilding.
Oh, okay, cool.
Nice.
Let them know, B. Say it loud for them in the back right now.
I don't know. But you're gonna run this match back at SummerSlam. I don't know how this is gonna hit better than Mania.
See, and I give Triple H that. You know what I mean? He's building LA Knight. He got LA Knight. He got him in something important. He going up against the Money in the Bank winner. I
But
give him that.
I mean, LA Knight would have to win this match, but what are the odds of that happening?
Well, whoever has Money in the Bank always loses because they're protected. It doesn't hurt them, right? WWE logic.
Yeah, but you forget about one thing. Seth Rollins is a Triple H guy. So how often will he lose?
I mean, I thought Pete
Hmm.
Dunne was a Triple H guy, but I was wrong apparently.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why
where
you
the
thought
fuck is
that.
he at? Like, man, put him on a milk carton.
Shit, didn't he just return with Tyler Breeze? I mean, Tyler Bate.
Yeah,
Where's
Tyler
he at?
Bate. Yeah.
uh,
Now they both off TV. Knowing damn well we need tag teams.
yeah, what happened to that NXT UK trips? What happened to that? Exactly.
Oh man.
See, that's what's really going on. That's what's really going on. What's really going on is
They both
they
heard.
really
Blackstar
wanted.
said they both heard. They are? That's the first time I ever heard that
They
one.
just came back.
How are they
How are they
hurt
hurt when they
already?
just came back?
Hmm.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
How are they hurt when they just came back?
That's
Must be
wild.
must be a live event or something. Who knows?
Oh my god.
That is wow. That does suck. Cause this dude literally just came back. Like Pete Dunne, yeah, he was around, but definitely when it comes to Tyler Bate, he literally just came back off an injury.
Yeah.
It might be
Yeah.
time for him to wrap it up. I don't know. Back-to-back injuries is never a good thing. Mm-mm-mm.
And there's a lot of people that are off that are not on TV that should be.
The Fisher family's in the building. Appreciate the love from the Fisher family. You already know. Definitely hit that thumbs up. Hacksaw Jim Duggan style. Oh, that's what Ango said that they both heard. Oh, I don't know. That's crazy.
I did not know that. If they are, that's crazy. I did not know.
Speaking of motherfuckers being hurt, so Orange Cassidy is hurt too.
Yeah,
Orange Cassidy been hurt since March, dude, and
Yeah,
it looked like his injury is a lot worse than let on because there's like no update, no time on his return. Like he might be gone for a minute.
that's I mean, I wouldn't wish injury on anybody, but for him, that's probably the best thing to happen to him because TK overused the fuck out of Orange, and I like Orange. He
yeah,
was
he
on
did.
TV like way too much. He needs a break. Let him go away for a while. Let him heal up.
Yeah, because I said it like the way he was operating, like he had literally no days off. Like, and the matches he was having against against the opponents he was having, Jesus.
I
I'm
think
shocked. I'm
royalty was
shocked.
answering your question, Toph.
Yeah. NXT Europe. Yeah. What I was gonna say is that's what's really happening. What's really happening was they really wanted to make PCs in different areas of the world. Everyone's seen that picture. I think it was like it was some presentation. I think they were like at WWE HQ. Triple H is on stage like a PowerPoint presentation. It was like NXT Africa, NXT Europe, NXT Canada, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Right. That was the plan, right? That's why the shows were called Takeover. It was a pun. They were trying to take over the world, right?
But
But
it
then
worked but it worked for a little while. Those
until it didn't.
takeover shows were dope.
Right. Yeah. So he tried to do the NXT brand thing, and that didn't work. So what's happening now is instead of doing the whole NXT input country, now they're just buying off companies. That's why they bought AAA. I mean, they haven't bought TNA, but let's be honest here. I mean, they basically own TNA at this point. So that's their plan B. And Triple H, in his own words, there's always a plan B. Pause. So
But that's my thing though. Like you're buying all of these promotions and properties. You got places to put talent where you could send talent that you're not using. there's really no need to fire anybody, and unless they're making like a certain amount of money and you need to give them a pay cut, but that's neither here nor there. My point is there's talent that you could be sending to all these other promotions that you're not using, and you're not doing it. I mean, look at Natalia, how she's been working on Bloodsport. I'm like, where the hell has this girl been?
Yeah. Good point.
Like, how many times have y'all said Solo would cook on TNA?
I still think that.
I still think that too.
Yeah.
Well, they not doing it. Like, they not doing that. Like, there's so many talents you have to put on these shows that you're not
I
doing.
think the TNA shit is lazy because they just send NXT people down there. They got a lot of people on the main roster that have history with TNA. AJ Styles isn't doing anything. Send him to TNA. You
I
know?
mean, yeah, I mean, Dom is supposed. Dom, I know you're trying to do Dom and AJ for the IC title, but if Dom is really hurt, send AJ to TNA for a bit until you run
Yeah,
that back.
that's what I kept saying. I kept saying that shit from the longest. I'm like, yo, you got this partnership going on. Send AJ over there. AJ could do some good in TNA right now. He's somewhat healthy right now. Don't wait till he get too fucking old.
I'd send Bailey to TNA too. Because she's just in this weird spot right now where she's not really doing anything. I mean, she's in this
Well,
feud with Becky.
yeah,
But
I ain't gonna lie. I kind of like the feud that they got going on between them two.
yeah,
I mean,
they-
between them three, I should say, them three. It's something. Like I like, me. I'm a sucker for a decent story at least. The story makes sense. Like Lyra's they both getting jealous, and Becky Lynch, she's the champion and all that, and I like it.
Yeah, I always gave Becky credit. Like her or not, she always makes people that she's in a program with look good. But to me, maybe it's just me, but I think Bailey is starting to get the Sasha Banks treatment.
Who?
bridesmaid, never the bride.
Yeah,
Oh, when Sasha Banks was in WWE.
yeah.
Okay.
Remember they treated her as the weakest of the four horsewomen when she really wasn't. But now that she's gone, I think Bailey's getting that short end.
Yeah, she's gone. I don't know
Look,
what her
you in
contract
the
is.
right place, royalty. Make sure you sub up, B. We go live every Tuesday and Friday, B. 9 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you sub up.
Yeah, I think Bailey's getting the Sasha treatment now. A lot of people
Yeah, I
not
think
going to
she's
admit it.
yeah, I think she's gone. I think when her contract runs out, she's out of there.
Where would she go though?
She'll probably reunite with Banks if that's the case.
Her and AEW?
What? Probably. I mean, they
I
work.
don't know.
I
Like
don't
it's
know.
like they already got a lot going on as is. They don't need nobody else.
Well, it's not. I don't know when Bailey's contract is up, but
It's sometime next year. It's not for a while. I think it's up. I think it's up after Mania next year, which is more than enough time to, if she wants to leave. You know how it is in WWE. Do the honors on the way out and all that. So
yeah, she could. I mean, she could think about it.
yeah.
Oh,
I
we
mean,
know
her.
royalty. We know. We definitely know that Ludwig Kaiser role is El
So
Grande.
yeah. Sometimes you just have like realizations. Like the moment I knew that Daniel Bryan, aka Bryan Danielson, the minute I knew he was gone was at WrestleMania 37, the COVID one, the one where Hogan was booed with Titus next to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The main event was Roman, Edge, and Daniel Bryan, which I still believe is Roman's best match. I love that match. That was a really good match. And I remember I was watching that show live when it happened, and when Daniel Bryan came out, it hit me. I was like, this dude's done everything there is to do in WWE. Like he's feuded with everybody there is to feud with. He's won all the titles. There's nothing left for him. And then Roman beat him. He pinned Edge and Bryan at the same time. Then I think they had like a match on SmackDown. Roman choked him out. That was it, and he was gone. Next thing you know, he was on AEW, and I was like, "Yep, that's about right." So,
What kills me is the fact that nobody saw that coming.
Wrestling's weird, man.
Yeah,
I've always said this
this
before.
one I thought these
Wrestling's-
motherfuckers. You sure that this is not going to be the same day tomorrow? 300
Yeah, according to
Dynamite
my
300.
according to my DVR, tomorrow's just a regular 2-hour episode. They may be filming Collision after, but it's not going to be live.
I don't know.
Yeah, Dynamite 300. That's why they got all the That's why they got these matches.
There you go, the card right here. Well, some of the card, the most important matches.
Kota Ibushi versus Okada. Mercedes
Nice.
versus Mina. Outrun. They got.
I
a
think she's gonna
four-way.
win. I think Mina Shirakawa is gonna win that match.
I don't know. If she is gonna win, it's not gonna be clean.
Yeah, it's not gonna
But-
be a pin. It's not. She's not gonna pin her, but I think she's gonna win.
Maybe we'll see. They got a 4-way to see who's gonna be the runner-up in that battle royal. MJF, Brody King, Anthony Bowens, and AR Fox.
AR is there to look up at the lights.
Yeah, exactly. That's what he did. To
Hey,
protect
that's on-
everybody else.
Hey, that's on Fox, bro. No lie.
What the fuck they doing with Brody though? What the fuck, son?
Well, Buddy's hurt though, right? Isn't Buddy hurt again?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he is,
he-
but still, he don't have to
Yeah.
lose all the damn time.
He hasn't been losing that much, believe it or not.
Now, he won like what his last couple matches.
Like he hasn't really been pinned. The last guy to pin him, I think, was Kyle Fletcher, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, on Collision, I think. No, not Collision. It was on Awards Collision, as a matter of fact. Was it? It was a couple of weeks ago. And that it wasn't it? Wasn't it a battle royal, a gauntlet match, something like that?
I think so. Yeah.
It was. Why
I
the
like
fuck
Brody,
this
bro.
motherfucker's in
Brody's
another gauntlet match? They just going in the. That's why you know they got too much people on the damn roster. Just throw them all out there.
And I got FTR and the Outrunners on Collision. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
You know they're the kings of Collision.
Oh, so it is on Saturday. It got the date right there.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
match is on Saturday. Yeah. I think they added one more match. Hold on, let me look.
Heard that.
Yeah, they added.
He can hit
yeah,
the
they-
leg. He can hit the leg down and toe. Like if you want, if this dude Rhodes want to pull up, you can pull up.
Yeah, they added one more. They got one more match here. It's honor of the new Superman movie. They got a heroes versus villains match.
Oh God.
Okay,
It's a
you got self promote.
Yeah,
It's
you know
a-
they're gonna promote.
Yeah, it's a 6-man tag. It's Roddy Strong and Kyle O'Reilly and Bandito versus the Bucks and Takeshita.
Okay.
That match should be dope. I think they're promoting Takeshita to win the Ring of Honor title. So
Yeah. There'll be I forgot the Ring of Honor. Yeah, there's a Ring of Honor show too the day before All In. I think it's Super Card of Honor. I think.
Yeah.
It's a lot of wrestling next week. So it's the Ring of Honor, Super Card of Honor, Saturday Night Main Event, NXT, Great American Bash. I think, All In, and then of course the Evolution show. Yeah, that's too
Mhm.
much wrestling. That's way too
I-
much.
I'm telling you.
and I'm telling you too, man. WWE is setting NXT and the women up to fail that weekend.
I
Because
agree.
everybody's gonna tune into All In.
Mm-hmm. You know what it reminds
Oh,
me of?
Tati going there on ballet. She said Tati going to okay.
Yeah,
Sounds
you
going
know
to
what it
Tati.
reminds me of? You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of like old school E3. You know, like because old school E3 will have like all these different streams going on at once. Like all these different companies will like be doing showcases, and you could only watch like so many. I remember I used to use this thing on Twitch called multi Twitch, where you could have like more than 2 streams running at the same time to see what was going on. But most people would just pick one. They would pick whatever brand they were the most loyal to, like Capcom or whatever, and just watch highlights of everything else. Like it's the same thing for wrestling. Like most wrestling fans, they're not gonna watch all these shows. They're just gonna watch the one they're the most invested in, and they're just gonna use YouTube or Twitter to watch highlights of everything else. So I actually agree with TKO. I think WWE is hurting themselves, specifically that Evolution show, by having all these shows within close proximity of each other. I don't really get that.
And then it's overshadowing NXT because isn't NXT? Don't they got a PLE that same weekend also?
Great
Yeah, they
American
do.
Bash.
Like they're overshadowing that.
hmm
It's ridiculous. And that's what's
They
coming
may
on Friday.
they may have Naomi cash in on at Evolution. Not even think about that because I have to keep remembering it because they're rushing this Evolution shit. And they really shouldn't rush this show. This should be a big deal. It's the second ever all women's pay per view. Like
No offense. No
You know what it
offense.
probably is? It probably feels rushed because we just got Night of Chumpions. Everything is so cluttered.
No offense. They shouldn't even be doing this show at all.
No,
I agree. To me, this Evolution show, it needs to breathe all on its own. There shouldn't be any other shows near it. It should, but whatever.
because the first one wasn't even all that.
It was the only reason they did the first one is because of Ronda Rousey. That's it.
Well, they did the first one because of Ronda, and they did it because of the backlash of the Saudi thing. Remember, because they went to Saudi that year, and that was when the girls weren't allowed at all, and that was a negative backlash they were getting. So they just said, "Hey, let's do an all women's pay per view to shut up the people." And they had Ronda Rousey with them at the time, and she was the crowning jewel of their women's division. So they just said, "Let's do that." So,
Oh my God.
Black Saw got a valid point. He said one very small problem. Bailey doesn't like traveling, so TNA will be her landing spot. And you know what? It's like I wouldn't be mad at Bailey going there. I really wouldn't, especially that TNA needs a star power. And some of these people from the main roster, they do need to humble themselves for the benefit of the sport. Like an AJ Styles or whatever the case may be. Go to TNA, man. Like spending like a little 6 to 8 months over there. It's not gonna hurt nobody.
one thing Bailey needs to work on, whether she stays in WWE or not, she's got to get a better finisher. That's
Everybody don't like the Rose plant. I don't mind the Rose plant.
That's been hurting her for.
Maybe it needs to be executed a little better. Maybe it's the people that she's doing it towards.
The Rose plant has been
better.
The thing about the Rose plant is people forget that's been her finisher since her indie days.
Well, it sucks. I'm sorry to say. It's not a good finish. It's not a good finish. And the Bailey or whatever the fuck it was called, that also sucked. That wasn't good either.
People actually like that more. That's what I'm saying. Like you like the Bailey to Belly more than the Rose plant. How does that mean?
That's a good. That Bailey to Belly thing is a good signature, but to finish
it, I agree. It's a signature move, not a finishing move.
Yeah. I'll accept that. She don't do the elbow drop no more like that. When's the last time she did that? She did that elbow drop.
Yeah, because of her knees. That's why.
Yeah,
she's smart.
Yeah, she's got she just had an ACL injury, so like she only does the elbow on like a special occasion, which is fine, honestly.
The problem with WWE right now is that every 3 weeks there's a PLE. They don't give storylines time to marinate. We all agree on that.
They got more shows than AEW now. That used to be AEW's problem. They had too many shows. Now WWE's got more shows than they do. You're right. It's like every 3 weeks there's a new show, whether it's like NXT or WWE or like some cross collab with AAA. They need.
Tell you why. Speed is about to have PLE soon. Also, Speed.
They already showing. They probably will incorporate it in NXT. They already showing the Speed title on NXT. So yeah,
they are. Who's the champions? As a matter of fact, they got female. They got women, men and women's champions.
Yeah, they got a women's Speed champ. The women's Speed champ is Sol Ruka.
From what? Wait, I thought she was in NXT.
She is, and she's got 2 belts, the Speed title and the Women's North American title.
Wow. And who's the men's speed champion? Andrade?
No, it was the El Grande Americano dude, but Chad Gable's injured, so I don't know who it is now.
Shouldn't it be Ludwig Kaiser since he's the new? No, I mean he's a new motherfucker. He's a new character. It should be him.
That's really sad, man. Like
I don't know why they keep. I don't know why they keep forcing that character, but
you don't have anything else for Kaiser. That's the best you can come up with. Really?
Yo,
Triple H, B.
I told you, Kaiser was cooking on his own in the IC title picture. The matches he was having with Sheamus and Braun Breaker were great, but now
What
they're
happened to
doing
him
this.
He should have never left Gunther's side,
Well,
B.
yeah, and what happened to him being Gunther's right hand? What
Right.
happened to that? It was
They
just dropped,
separated
right?
that. They
But
separated
nothing.
that.
He just said, "Oh, leave me alone. Go on your own path," and that was it.
Yeah, they separated them like
go
crazy.
and find yourself. You need to find yourself. And I'm like, what? Why?
Why?
Like Gunther? I swear, Gunther don't hit the same no more. He's just auralist now.
Yeah.
They separated them, and neither one of them are better off. Yeah, Gunther's about to probably lose to Goldberg, and
Yeah.
Oh God! Please don't put that into existence. Oh my God!
We should have been. That's the thing.
I
We
don't
shouldn't
want.
be-
I'm not.
We don't
I'm not
want it,
wishing
but
it.
that
But
shouldn't be real.
this is WWE, dude. I don't
There's
want
a
it to happen.
possibility.
I don't want it to happen, but who's to say it's not? I still want to know how the hell Goldberg's even going to move. Like he has multiple injuries, and
Right.
he has to do a spear and a jackhammer. We don't know how that's going to work.
Yo, he ran out of breath during his entrance. Remember when he did his entrance when he came on Raw? This motherfucker was tired. He could barely walk up the damn ring steps.
Yeah.
He was spitting all in this dude Gunther's face. You're next.
I like it when
flying in
Goldberg.
this dude Gunther face.
My favorite part about Goldberg is like when the Alabama comes out. He used to always be like, "You're next, boy."
Oh my God.
Man. Imperium. I mean, when this dude looked like a motherfucking like M. Bison or some shit. We had this dude announcing him. The ring, La Ring General.
You know what's also missing, and I'm not even trying to be funny. That jacket, it really added to the presentation.
Yeah.
The jacket. Why doesn't he wear the jacket anymore?
Now he
comes
wearing
out
these
without it.
motherfucking Sean John suits and penny loafers now.
Yeah.
You mean that ring? He still wears that ring jacket.
Really? When did he wear it last? I don't remember him wearing it.
He wore it when he got the belt back from Jay.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's his I know what Toph means, like, cause that's what he used to wear most of the time. That damn
right.
ring general jacket.
His presentation.
He didn't really wear suits like that.
Yeah, his presentation is not the same. Like I remember when he had the triple threat against Sheamus and Drew when he was still Intercontinental Champion.
Oh, that was a war.
Right, and when he had his entrance, like both members of Imperium, because it was like a big like movie theater. It was one of their better.
Oh no, I know what you're talking about. They were both standing on each side, and Gunther was
yeah.
coming
It
out.
was a great visual. It was a great visual as he was walking down the ramp. Like I don't give a fuck what happened to the other guy. Like what, even if he did flirt with Tiffany Stratton, like they really added to the presentation.
Yes.
Of Gunther. It really added it. As soon as they took those two away from him, I'm not saying he comes off like a regular guy, but it doesn't hit the same, you know?
He does. He does to me. Gunther's not the same. And then him struggling against Otis and Akira Tozawa and Pat McAfee.
That was dumb.
Why did he struggle against Tozawa?
I'm like, he's a regular old motherfucker now, B.
I mean, Otis is a lot bigger. I get it. You got to make him look like a big man, but Tozawa, Jesus.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying too. Like when it comes to Otis, all right, cool. I would say 3 minutes. when it comes to Otis, because you know what I mean. But come on, Tozawa, you struggling
Honestly,
against fucking Tozawa?
maybe this is a hot take. I think Tozawa should have joined him. That's just me.
That'd have been hilarious.
That's a nuclear take.
That'd have been
No,
hilarious.
only because they both have the same journey. Like they both were like really overweight, and they both worked off all the weight. That was what Gunther was trying to tell him. Gunther was trying to tell him like, yo, like you put work in, but why do you spend it doing all this dumb cringe shit? You know?
You
Like,
said Tozawa was overweight?
yeah. Tozawa he was really big, dude. He lost all the weight.
Get the fuck out of here! I ain't know that.
Yeah, go on Google. Look at before and after pictures of Tozawa. He was huge, man. He's like Kushida's size now. You know Kushida, right? Like he's like small now, but he was much bigger. So
You could pause that though. I ain't gonna hold you. Oh man, yeah, royalty, Gunther, man. I mean Goldberg.
I think Gunther was a little too excited in that Goldberg promo last night. He was like, "I'm not gonna beat Goldberg in 3 minutes. I'm gonna take my time and milk him slow." Like,
Whoa!
who wrote this?
What the hell?
I'm like, who wrote this? I'm like, Triple H, stop texting Vince, bro. Stop texting
Word,
Vince.
like my
Oh,
man, pause that shit any time of the night. Nigga said I'm gonna take my time and milk him slow. That's wild work.
oh my God.
Gunther versus Jacob will be the match. That's my can't wait match.
Gunther versus Jacob.
I'm telling you, and this dude Triple H, he's trying to find ways to fuck Jacob up too. Let's really be real. I don't care. That was the wackest U.S. Championship reign ever. All this motherfucker said, "All gas, no brakes." You know what I mean? Every single week. That's all he did. That's all he ever did.
Yeah, well, Shinsuke's was worse, but I digress.
The worst case scenario, the worst case scenario is what if Roman's comeback isn't for Seth? What if it's for the Fatu solo thing and we get the Bloodline Civil War Part 2?
Oh God!
Oh Lord!
Just put the bullet in my head right now and get it over with. Fuck, man.
Oh my God!
It's like, what more does Roman Reigns have to prove? He got his family back. He got the Ula Fala back. He has nothing else to prove.
Because I'm doing the math in my head. Because you got Solo, you got Cobb, you got Hikuleo, and you got the Gorillas of Destiny when Tama comes back. That's 5. So Fatu's outnumbered because it's just Fatu and Jimmy. Jimmy will probably convince Jay to join. All right, that's 3 on 5.
But Jay is in a thing with Seth. He just came out.
They
to
don't
help
care,
him.
bro. They don't care. You saw how rushed that shit was last year. Jay had nothing to do with any of that. And next thing you know, he's teaming with Roman. They're gonna put Jay back in this. So that's 3 on 5. Now you do have Priest. There was that one segment where Priest was like, "Hey, Fatu, you're a real one." Like, they kind of have like a mutual respect. It gives Priest something to do. But then if you add Priest, that's 4 against 5. You need one more. And I could see them adding Roman just to give it star power. That's probably your Survivor Series War Games. If I fucking jinxed it into existence, I apologize. But I'm looking at the end game here, because the end game to this is not Fatu versus Solo in a regular match. No, the end game is War Games because Triple H loves his War Games. You know what I mean? So
it just sucks. This is why I say this, right? It sucks because now you got the WWE Championship and the US Championship held hostage. What are what's the other wrestlers gonna do?
Right.
This fucking sucks. Because damn well these motherfuckers is gonna go back and forth with the US Championship, and Cody and Cena, they're gonna have their own thing going on. What's other talent gonna do?
I see people.
This shit is terrible, yo.
Some people are actually are suggesting Cody and Cena do a double turn at SummerSlam, and I'm just like, well, you can't do a double turn because the fans were never booing Cena to begin with, so that's not really a double turn.
So I guess that's give this dude some sympathy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like
mean,
basically they're trying to spin the block on the whole
I mean,
Shane Soon take
I
your
mean,
soul
Cody is
angle.
kind of. I mean, Cody's warmed up to the idea of turning heel. So
Yeah, I saw like recently in an interview he said something like Cody is really. I wish he would stop doing this. Like I know kayfabe is dead, but I always cringe when wrestlers do this. He did an interview the other day where he said, and I'm literally quoting him verbatim. He said, "My time as a babyface will be coming to an end soon." Like, dude, like I
Why are
hate
you
it when
talking like
wrestlers.
that, right?
Right. Like, but even if that's true, even if you are turning, why would you admit that in an interview? The entire point of a heel turn is it's supposed to be a surprise.
Surprise, right?
If you're telling us it's going to happen, then like what? But anyway, but yeah, some people are pitching. They're pitching a double turn, or they're pitching that Cody beats Cena by going heel, and whatever.
Yeah, because this was spinning the block on the whole "I want your soul" angle.
I mean,
I don't
it might.
know.
I
Like,
mean, I don't know, but it might hit better than Cena's heel turn.
they should have just went. They should have just went with who said. Damn, one of y'all said it should have been this dude Drew Savage. They should
Me,
just. They should.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it was you. They should have just went with that in the first place. Avoid all this bullshit and have him be the one to sell his soul.
Well, I'm not against the idea of Cody going heel. The only problem is if they do that, if he goes heel, Rock's gonna brag about it.
But that's the thing. I don't want Cody to go heel. I just don't want him to be a fucking dickhead. Like, stop falling for the okie doke. You can be a face and don't be falling for the banana in the tailpipe all the damn time. Man, motherfuckers always be lining up and he would just walk right into the trap like, which way did he go? Which way did he go? That's what I don't like about Cody. Like, you can be a face all you want. Just stop being stupid. People thinking like, turning heel is always the answer. Nah, you don't have to turn heel, my dude. Look at Stone Cold. Stone Cold, we all know Stone Cold was a face. He was a good guy. And you could have just, set Stone Cold up for some bullshit. It would never work.
They tried the heel. They tried the heel turn with Austin. That didn't really work because fans didn't really boo him either.
Yeah, like when it comes to that situation, it was just like it was nothing else for Stone Cold to do. Like, people got mad at the heel turn with him joining Vince. They got mad at her, but it's like, if you really think of it, what was more for Stone Cold to do? He hit the end of the road.
I know Stone Cold said if he could take it back, he would have done the Mania 17 exactly as they did it. And then after shaking Vince's hand, he would have given Vince a stunner. That's what he said he would have did if he could take it back. But
Yeah, like,
at the very least, we got the comedy shit with Angle and Vince in the locker room. Like that was
Oh
yeah, that was
god,
awesome TV.
that was
Yeah.
hilarious.
Hell yeah.
See, for me, it wasn't Austin turning heel that turned me off as a fan. What turned me off was he turned heel. They doubled down on the 2-man power trip thing, but then they pivoted into the invasion story with WCW and ECW. Turned face only to turn heel again. Like literally, he turned face. Remember, it was a big brawl
Yeah.
where like the WCW and ECW guys were like killing everybody. And then like remember he was like at a bar with Deborah.
And
Remember
then
he
he
was like
came.
playing pool.
Yeah, I remember that. He came
Yeah.
back, and then everybody just went crazy. Yeah,
Yeah, he came back and then he turned heel at the pay-per-view. So it's like so you turn heel to turn face to turn heel again. Like that to me was dumb. And then when the invasion story was over, it was just dropped. And he was just the face again, just being a bully to Booker T. And I'm like, why is Austin the heel? Like why is he the face of this? I was like, what the? I was like fucking 14-year-old me was like, how is Booker the heel? Like, what did he do? He was just following orders. It didn't make sense.
he was a heel because he was
Appreciate
a.
the subs, appreciate the likes, B. Appreciate that. Much love.
He was the heel because he was aligned with Vince. That was really it.
Sheesh.
That was why Booker was a heel. He aligned himself with Vince when they brought him in. And also, as far as the 2-man power trip goes, I thought it was great. The only reason it ended is because Triple H got hurt.
And he was a soldier for that shit too. For him to continue on with that match with a messed up ACL, he tore his ACL, and he still finished that match.
Yeah.
They gave Lita some Southern justice that night.
Oh God, man. To this day, the chair shot's heard around the world, man. I don't care what nobody says. Lita's a trooper for that.
No fucking yeah. Because I don't think a dude even take chair shots like that.
Man, you notice they never do that. They never done that spot again or tried to mimic that.
I think Edge had caught something similar to that when it came to FTR. Didn't he catch him with like 3 concertos?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess Edge ain't coming back for All In, huh? It's way
He
too
wanted
late.
to. He wanted to. The story is that he wanted to come back to do the tag team with Christian, and Christian basically told him to fuck off, which I agree with. So
Yeah.
he wants.
Edge is just going to close out his career in AEW. I say go for it. At least he's
Christian
going out.
I'm sorry, go.
I'm just going to say at least he's going out this time on his terms.
Yeah.
Christian wanted to. Christian, he said, I heard that he wanted to work on this dude. What's his name again? His son.
McLean.
Yeah.
McLean. Yeah. Which is good. That's smart. You should. He's a young guy. One of the homegrown talents they have. So, you can still do Edge and Christian versus FTR. Just don't do it all in. It's not enough time to build that story.
Hell no.
Right.
Blaze said, I do turn Cody.
As a matter of fact,
I'm saying though, Blaze, I hear you. You want him to go heel. I'm saying it's not necessary. It's not necessary for him to turn heel. Me personally, I don't think it's necessary.
I think TKO, you said earlier that All Out was going to be in Toronto. So there you go. You do it there then. Yeah, you do Edge Christian versus FTR at All Out in Toronto. So.
This still ain't gonna be enough build if they do it then, because I don't even know the timetable on when Edge is supposed to come back, or if he is. So I don't know.
Blaze said we better get a WWE versus TNA War Games next year. I don't know.
That would have been a really cool idea like 15 years ago, but not now.
Yeah, because TNA don't really got no stars.
Yeah.
TNA is not hitting like it should.
Yo, speaking of TNA, like I told you, I seen this dude Santino Marella and shit. Yo, that dude brolic as hell. Pause.
Don't forget, man, he was a cage fighter.
Yeah, like
Vince did a great job. Vince did a great job at making people think he's that he's like not a imposing guy because
like he looks legit. Like you see him in person, you be like, what the fuck? Yeah, man. Fucking I seen all of them. I seen Steiner Brothers. This dude, Scott Steiner look crazy. This dude is wearing a motherfucking jean vest over a leather jacket. I'm like, my dude, it's like 90 degrees out here. What the fuck?
You should have given Britt Baker that lost milk carton with her picture.
Yo, she mad little though. She's like 5'11" or maybe a little shorter than that, and mad skinny. I'm like, look at Britt. I'm like, y'all found Britt, y'all. But the thing is, I didn't want to like have like cameras all over the place and shit, like because we was all just vibing and chilling. Nobody didn't really have their cameras out like that. They was signing autographs and all that other fly shit, taking pics, but there was nothing to the point where they was being mobbed and you know what I'm saying? So I didn't want to look like a groupie and shit because, everybody was acting regular. You know what I'm saying? I was telling y'all in the chat when I seen this dude Nash. I was like, "Yo, Nash was good," and he had winked at me, and I said, "Pause," and he started laughing.
I also saw that pic you took with Sting, man. Nice stuff.
Yeah, I chopped it up with Sting for a quick second. You know what I'm saying? I shook his hand and I was like, "What's going on?" He was like, "What's good? What's going on?" And
He's on his last leg too, so
and I ain't gonna lie, that's why I wanted to take a pic with him because it's like, you know, what I mean, who knows? So that's why I was like, you know what? I'd rather take a pic with him, chop it up with him. I had told him that Joker Sting, that shit right there was it was underrated. And he appreciated that shit. You know, like, you know, he said thanks a lot and shook my hand and shit.
I like Joker Sting too. That shit was great.
Telling
And,
you.
and Sting's about to be once Sting does these meet and greets, it's over for him. So
He
they
was a
literally
little nervous. I'm like, yo, Sting, like, relax, motherfucker. Like, yeah, like, I'm gonna steal your wallet or something. Relax, Sting. The fuck you got going on?
I think Sting knows he's done. I mean, he even said himself, he's on these meet and greet tours that he's doing. That's basically his retirement tour. So once that's done, he's out for good.
And that line was crazy too. It was like a regular line and a VIP line, and it was like a snake line and shit. Because the line was so long, so it couldn't be like a parallel line. It had to be like a snake formation. Motherfuckers was getting irritated, like, yo, B, y'all doing the most. And there's a lack of AC in this bitch. Shit, but I had a few people up in there. I was at the KCI Expo. They had this dude over there too, Tove, the dude that does the voiceover for Vegeta. He was there too.
Oh, Chris Sabat? He's cool.
Yeah, he was there.
Nice.
He was there. The dude that does the voice for Winnie the Pooh, he was there.
I heard the dude that does the voice for Yu-Gi-Oh was there too. So
Yeah, he was there. It was nice. It was nice, and it wasn't too crowded either. That's the main thing, cause I want all y'all motherfuckers breathing on my neck.
hmm.
Let's see. Mike said Taylor getting that title next. That's what it's looking like. They but didn't he lose already? Didn't this dude try to beat Trick for the belt and he lost?
Yeah, he got screwed by top.
They're doing a three-way at that TNA show. It's gonna be Santana, Joe, and the Trick Williams dude. I'm hoping that they don't do didn't get pinned nonsense, because that'll just make TNA look even worse. So
If Trick is losing, he's the only one that should eat a pin, like for real.
I would hope so. But yeah, good on them. That's a big thing for them. I think what was it, the PBS Arena, right? Or UBS Arena. Yeah, so that's where AEW had Forbidden Door last year. It's like 10,000 seats. So like TNA's never had a venue that big, ever. So good on them. I wish them the best. I don't want people to think I want them to die. I don't want them to die. I want them to succeed. I want them to do well. I'm not really talking about them because, like, to me, TNA is dead. It's not TNA anymore. Like, it's just an NXT fourth brand. They're developmental for NXT. That's what they are now.
Yeah,
that's literally what they are. So you can try to convince yourself they're not that, but that's what they are. So,
and it's crazy because it's like, damn, because you all grew up with the AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels, Samoa Joes, Motor City Machine Guns. Damn, man, those were the motherfucking days, man. The X Division. I remember when I first started watching TNA. That's when it was on Fox Sports Network.
Right.
And my peoples had told me about them. This dude, Jared was champion. I was like, I'm not interested. He's like, no, you gotta watch it. They got other shit going on other than Jared being champion.
Planet Jarrett.
Soon as you said Jared, because when from afar, especially from afar, or even nowadays sometimes, when they tell me about a new promotion, I always ask who's the champ. That's like one of my first questions. Who's the heavyweight champ? And I ain't gonna lie, 9 times out of 10, that tells me everything about the promotion, about who the champion is.
So it's a good question to ask. Yeah, but yeah, I'm hoping Court Bauer got the stick out of his ass. He sees what's going on, and that's probably why MJF is in MLW, or why he's back in MLW now. I think he's finally going to play ball with AEW because he didn't want to. He was salty for a while. He was salty.
Well, why though? Because they took his talent.
I guess so, but when you have somebody like as good as MJF, as good as Fatu, they're only going to be in a place of that level for only so long. Any person's going to want to upgrade and go to a bigger company. I mean, that's just common sense. But
right.
But yeah, man, these companies, they got to work together, man. People ask me like, do I think WWE is going to buy TNA? Yes, they're going to buy TNA eventually. Right now, though, they don't really have a reason to because everything's going good for them. They're making their money. NXT is, for right now, as it is okay for them. WWE has always wanted. If you've been watching WWE for like the past 20 years, they've always been looking for that third brand. That's what ECW was. Remember, ECW was going to be that third brand, and that didn't work. Then they tried to do the NXT game show. That didn't work. Then they repackaged it as Black and Gold NXT. That did work until it didn't. They fucked it up and changed it to compete with AEW. Then they blew it up into 2.0. So they've always been looking for that ideal third brand that they could just like hold on to. So as of right now, they don't really have an exact reason to buy TNA because NXT as what it is currently is working for them. But something could change in a year or 2 years or 3 years. And then if something does change and it's not working for them anymore, then they will buy TNA. And then I can see them just legit turning TNA Impact into a WWE show someday.
Keep going to
right. Yeah, like that's what they've been doing is looking like for
they're not
Is man noisy right over there, my guy. TKO.
My bad.
Yeah, like when they always be looking for feeder systems. That's how WWE always gave it up. You know what I'm saying? You had like you said, had ECW from before. Now it's TNA, and it's gonna be AAA very soon. That's where they're gonna get their Mexican talent from.
As if they know what to do with Mexican talent now.
Like, where the fuck is Ray Phoenix at, as a matter of fact?
Ray Phoenix is on SmackDown teaming up with Andrade.
That's why I was so confused.
The last time he had a match?
Right.
Last week.
That's why I was so confused when like people were excited at WWE buying AAA. I'm like, they don't even know how to use the luchadors they have. Why are they buying an entire company full of them? Like, what are we doing here?
I want to point out that Ray Phoenix and Pentagon have been getting handed L's recently. I'm like, the honeymoon phase is over with these guys too. At this point, you might as well just reunite the Lucha Bros. You don't need tag teams.
Yeah.
They sent the Omos dude to Noah, to have his run, but they didn't do that just out of the goodness of their hearts. They sent him to Noah because they were trying to, rub hands with Noah, because they know New Japan's not going to play ball. Let's get Noah to play ball. I know they've been trying to plant that flag in Japan for years, but I don't know.
They don't know how to use Japanese talent either. I mean, look at Shinsuke.
Those good King Grimes.
Remember that time when Brian was still with WWE, and there was those reports about letting Brian work New Japan, but they were gonna do a relationship with New Japan. Like they were gonna do all that.
I'll be right back. Give me a second.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I remember that. Good grief.
That was funny.
Brian doing New Japan work, yeah, okay. You really think Vince would let any of his guys go to another show under his watch? It would have happened already.
Oh, speaking of New Japan, shout outs to Zack Saber. He got that IWGP back. I know Tati was in there like really taking a shower, trying to cool herself off when she heard her boy Zack got the gold back.
Saber Jr. got the belt back. Interesting.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Forbidden Door is in London, so maybe that's what the logic was. They want to have a UK guy. Maybe they're going to do Zack Saber versus Osprey. I don't know. I hope Takeshita wins the G1. I hope they give him the title. I'd like to see that.
I'm sure. I think Takeshi's long overdue for a world title. Honestly, if you're not going to give him the AEW title, at least give him the one in New Japan.
Yeah,
I
I saw
mean,
the Planet C's of Okada the other week where he told Okada the alliance was temporary. So
oh
I'm looking forward
god,
to that.
oh god, they definitely owe us that match for real. The fact that we didn't get Okada versus Takeshi yet is insane.
Yeah, but we'll be getting Ibushi and Okada tomorrow. That's good.
Yeah, I mean it's the 300. They got to give us they got to give us a big match.
I remember when the matches used to be all laid out on Dynamite. You have all what 5, 6 matches. Now these motherfuckers could barely name 3.
Well, they kind of did lay out the card because it's their 300 episode. But I see what you mean.
I can't complain, King Grimes. Not a bad day. You know what I'm saying? Not too hot, especially. Thank God.
All in is next weekend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Next week's the big weekend. So
Oh man,
Gonna be a clusterfuck of nothing but wrestling.
I'm checking out All In, and I'm checking out Goldberg Gunther because I want to see the train wreck with my own eyes. That's it.
all you nostalgia junkies who asked for this, I hope you get your money's worth. Y'all never know how to learn y'all lesson.
It's gonna be a messy motherfucking week. Jeez Louise. That weekend's gonna be ridiculous.
Can Goldberg even get Gunther up for a jackhammer?
Can he even run, let alone walk?
I literally asked that last episode. I'm like, how this match is gonna be a catastrophe. Like, we don't even know how Goldberg's even gonna move in this match.
Yeah, I'm trying to visualize it. I'm trying to visualize Gunther just standing there like, dude, just letting Goldberg spear him. I don't see it.
Yeah, it's like how Gunther's gonna really have to simmer down when it comes to
right,
his
but I don't. Yeah, I don't see Gunther standing there getting speared, but I can't see 58-year-old Goldberg getting the shit chopped out of him either. I
Yeah.
can't see Gunther giving Goldberg like a stiff power bomb. So I'm like, I'm legitimately curious to see how this match is gonna go. How's it
One
gonna
chop
go?
from this dude Gunther, Goldberg's gonna catch instant pneumonia off that shit.
Right.
Like that's what I was saying. So I'm like, yo, can he take a chop? What are we doing here? Like, I hope this dude Goldberg knows, like, yo, you're gonna have to feel something. Pause. You're gonna have to.
You're like, yo, Goldberg, you're gonna get hurt by this man.
Well, to Goldberg's credit, apparently from what I read, when he lost for the first time against Nash, he wanted to take a stun gun for real, and Eric Bischoff said no. He really did want to get hit by like a stun gun or a taser. So remember when he damn near lost his arm when he broke the window.
Oh yeah, when he busted the limo window. Yeah.
Yeah. So and to his defense, Prime Goldberg really would take a beating. Pause. But like,
nah, that's the thing. Like, that's when Goldberg was a shit. Like, I used to fuck with Goldberg from before when he was on that whole monstrous undefeated streak. I was here for that shit because it looked legit. It looked like he was really whipping these motherfuckers' ass. Nowadays, like I'm telling you, after he had that match between him and Brock, when he was spamming finishers, after that shit, it was a wrap. Dead ass though. Tati's husband. He actually, I'm reading on Black Source comments. Who's Tati's husband? Bum the Taker?
No, Zack Sabre. He won
Oh,
the IWGP title. So
again? I thought he was already a champion.
Nah, he
he
lost it and then he won it back.
He won it back. Yeah.
It's that big ass belt. That belt like humongous. It's like a big ass square.
The new one actually looks. The new one looks like the Divas title. Honestly, it doesn't look that good. But.
Oh shit!
It really does, though. It kind of it's not. It don't look like a butterfly, but it's definitely the same shape.
What's the name of the belt? Yeah. The NJPW belt.
The IWGP World Championship is what they call it.
Let me see.
You've seen it before. Jay White had it on Dynamite once.
I was gonna pull it up on the highly expensive Counciltron. Hold on. You said NJPW, the red NJPW World Championship?
No, it's called the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. That's what it's officially called.
Well, he's looking for that. I think my throwback match today will be Omega versus Okada, just in honor of that match coming up at All In.
You literally just said that a couple of weeks ago, my dude.
No, I didn't. I said Punk versus Cena.
Nah.
That's right.
You said ask Anubis. I know Anubis in the chat. You said that a couple of weeks ago, and Anubis was like, "Really? That match happened? Was it that, or was it? Yeah, it was that? Yeah." Yeah, buddy.
Hold on, I really got to think about this.
It was a couple episodes ago. You said that. The IWGP Championship.
Yeah.
Let me see. It looks alright though. Hold on, let me pull it up real quick. I don't know the women's championship to me.
No, look at that, and then look at the shape.
No, that's the old one.
That's the wrong belt. That's why.
Hold on, let me see. Hold on, bring it back now.
Just type in the new one.
This one?
Yeah. That's the one.
The new one.
I'm trying to put it on the full screen. I'm trying to zoom in on that motherfucker. There we go. Bam. I like it.
That's the new one.
What's wrong with it though? I don't get it.
It's the same.
Just not as good as the original. Though now that I look at it really hard, it kind of looks like Bison's hat a little bit.
Yeah, it does give me the Shadow Law vibe with the wings.
Shadow Law. Man, I used to love watching that Street Fighter anime back in the day. I think it was called Street Fighter 2. What was it? It was called something. Street Fighter 2 Alpha. Was that what it was called? What was it called, man? I got a few cartoons.
I found it. I found the match that I was looking for. My throwback match. Some people won't remember this. It's gonna be a TNA match. It's Kurt Angle versus Christian Cage.
I remember that match. Oh, okay. It was called Street Fighter. It was called Street Fighter 2 5. I don't know why it has the 5 at the end, but that was the anime.
Oh, V.
Thank you. Street Fighter 2.
Yeah.
V.
Yeah. Gonna burn some muscle. That was my shit.
I don't even know this.
Telling you, Takeshita, he got to turn face, yo. It's time for Takeshita to be a face.
It's time for Takeshita to be a world champion. That's what it is. We were just me and Toph were just talking. He should win the G1 and win that New Japan title.
Yeah, the story is there. The story is the Kyle Fletcher dude. He beats Adam Cole, becomes the TNT champion. They do some tournament or whatever, battle royale, whatever, at some point after Kyle's had his run for a couple of months to determine the next contender to see who faces Kyle, and then you have to catch and that it can be like a battle royal or something, have to catch the B in the match, but he's in the match not to win, but to make sure nobody else wins. You know what I mean? Like where you eliminate yourself at the end. Like the Batista Triple H thing. But eventually, at least the cast is like, nah, B, like I'm gonna take you out. I want that, I want that title. Then the family turns on him. And then that's your story right there.
Thanks for the subs. Thanks for the thumbs up, B. Wow.
Yeah.
What a motherfucking show, B. That's what I'm talking about, B. Yeah, man. Let everybody know, B. Tell your friends and tell their friends that we here again, B. Council Roundtable every Tuesday, Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern. So the old-fashioned wrestling. And, we can switch it up from time to time. We can talk about movies. We talk about hip-hop and rap.
Yeah, man. Speaking of rap, that new Clips album drops next week.
I'm here for it. I'm gonna dissect that shit.
I just hope the shit is good. That's all.
Yeah, like when it comes to this album, I do want to hear some variety. I do want to hear some variety. I don't want to hear about you selling drugs throughout the whole damn album.
So far from the songs they've already dropped, it looks like they're not going in that direction. But
yeah, and they should keep that up. Pause. And I definitely want to hear what this dude No Malice got to say. It's been a while since I heard No Malice on some shit. Because remember, he went to he went and found the Lord.
Yeah.
When he did his own thing with that.
I think the Diddy trial is supposed to be ending this week. They'll be coming to a verdict soon.
No, it's already done. They doing their closing arguments right now.
Right. I think it says a lot when Oprah and TD Jakes have to come out and say straight up, we weren't at any parties. Like, okay, bro. Like,
don't get us wrapped up in that shit.
Man,
nobody asked if you guys were there. So you coming out speaking just makes it even more suspicious. People are gonna fact check that shit now.
Like, I don't know, but maybe when it comes to TD Jakes, because motherfuckers been pressing TD Jakes, especially with the whole "Have you ever been swallowed up?" That didn't help his case at all. But yeah, they're doing the closing arguments now, and I don't know. This shit is like right down the middle. I don't know one thing. He's definitely not gonna do life.
Well, either way, he's done. Shit. Even if he doesn't get a guilty verdict, I mean, the reputation to his name and to his brand is beyond repair.
Oh yeah,
his sons too. So he's
definitely
on that
when
Tony
it comes
Soprano.
to that.
Yeah, he's on that Tony Soprano shit. He's done either way. Either he goes to jail, and that's it, or he doesn't. But he's toxic. No one's gonna touch him. No one's gonna collab with him again. And after this, so.
This dude TKO, I swear. Wrestle Kingdom 9. Make it AJ versus Omega TKO. Oh, that's I guess that's Black Sauce match of the day.
I don't even think Omega and AJ even happened.
It was supposed to happen. Remember when right before this dude AJ had re-signed to WWE, they wanted him to go to AEW so they could finally have that match, but he had re-signed with the Bum Brothers.
Right. I don't think that match would hit the same now. They're not the same performers that they were back then.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much. Shit. You think he has since we were saying that he should go to TNA for a quick little run? What dream matches you see with him over there?
At this point, not many, because
Oh,
with all due respect to the current TNA roster, they're nothing compared to the TNA roster that we watched in the 2000s and even the 2010s.
only match I see AJ having is against Moose. That's it.
Yeah, that'd be a good match. Yeah, Moose.
Maybe
Yeah,
a Joe Hendry.
yeah. I mean,
Um,
he can go back to TNA because I know he wants to, and that's cool that he wants to. He can go back to TNA and have a match, but like right now with the roster they have, there's not one guy there where it's just like, oh my god, I gotta see it, um,
Right.
because
yeah.
and
Maybe
that's not an
him and
indictment
Jeff
against them,
Hardy. Maybe him
right,
and Jeff
right,
Hardy have a match.
hmm
Uh,
and that's
that,
not an indictment against them because they have a good roster. But it's just night and day, like like the
Yeah, you know
silent
what it is?
era.
They do got a good roster, but it's like they're not being pushed properly.
Hmm
It's like mm, I don't
No,
know,
I'll
man.
tell you what it is.
I'm just
I'll, t-
yeah, because I'm lost when it comes to seeing. I'm definitely lost when it comes to seeing that.
I'll tell you what it is about TNA that's really lacking, and this was even before they got in bed with WWE. Um, TNA in the 2000s, even when Hogan and Bischoff were fucking shit up in the 2010s, even then, TNA always had those really unique talents that you couldn't see anywhere else at that time. There was nobody like Marcus Corvan, the alpha male. There was
Mm-hmm.
nobody like Samoa Joe. There was nobody like Awesome Kong. Like they had just a lot of unique acts that you just didn't see anywhere during the
right.
2000s or the 2010s. They don't have that anymore. They don't have the type of talent that you can only see them in TNA. Like no, WWE has very unique talent. AEW has very unique talent. NXT has very unique. Even NWA, as much as this shit now, even they have guy like the Mims dude. I like Mims. He's cool. I like the Mims guy. NXT or TNA doesn't have like that really unique special talent that you don't see. Like you can only see this person in TNA. They don't have that talent anymore, and it's probably because competition is more stiff. There's way more companies to compete with in 2025 than there was compared to say like 2005. So, and they don't have that much money either. So they can't really afford to, you know, even get a talent on that level.
They
So,
got they got some type of money to even stay alive for this long.
you know, I think
Anthem
I
is
think
shelling
they're
out mad bread because they still
I
with
think that
Anthem, right? Are they still with
yeah,
Anthem or
they're
Yeah,
still with Anthem. I think that there are a lot of talents and other companies that are not being used, and if they left, they would probably cook in TNA, and then they could be that unique talent you can't see anywhere else. Like some names off the top of my head, Bandito is fucking great, but TK doesn't really use Bandito like that. If
Mhm.
Bandito left AEW and was like a TNA signee, I will watch TNA to see Bandito or Karrion Cross.
For
Like
35.
Karrion Cross is over, but WWE isn't really using Cross. If Cross was
Well,
released,
they starting to use him now. I'll say they got him in a program with Sami Zayn.
yeah, but for how long, man? Don't you think he's
Yeah,
gonna get cut soon?
like what this dude has said. This dude, Karen Cross, should have definitely won at Night of Champions. It wouldn't have hurt Sami Zayn if Karrion Cross would have beat him.
yeah.
Definitely agree with that. But let's get up out of here, B. You know what I'm saying? I went an extra half hour long because we was getting mad love today, B. Shit was crazy tonight. Definitely appreciate everybody for pulling up and had that thumbs up and subbing up. I think I might go live tomorrow too. You know what I'm saying? There's no guarantees. Just check out for the kid. If I'm live, you'll see me watching Dynamite 300.
All right.
You know what
Already.
I'm saying? Peace out to the guys.
Yes.
Black Star was goody. He said AJ and every gun will be fun. He's with these motherfuckers, the infantry dudes, whatever their name is again. Royalty, what's going on, my dude? Welcome to the Roundtable. Anubis. King Rhymes. Yeah, King Grimes. You already know the vibes, B. Here every Tuesday and Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern. So the old-fashioned rats and all that fly shit. Yeah, man. Y'all came through. My dude Blaze was goody. Josh. My dude Dynasty, where you at? Ballet, of course. Ballet with the blick. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna play some shit real quick before we get up out of here. Why not? Play some shit real quick of that Juggernaut album.
Damn.
Yeah.
Open my damn wallet, a butterfly flew out. The hell? Ridiculous. Yo, what the hell you dream of? Fast, expensive trips, don't gotta pay bills, gotta get that bag quick. Tired of having nothing in my pocket, spending money on stupid shit, gotta stop it. Yo, what the hell you dream of? Fast, expensive trips, don't gotta pay bills, gotta get that bag quick. Whoop. Tired of having nothing in my pocket, spending money on stupid shit, I gotta stop it. Woke up broke as fuck, thinking about the money bags, wanna get the fast money on the daily task. Nothing in the fridge, so I'm thinking about the money heist. You get left, cause my pockets ain't looking right. Looking in my fridge, baking soda and a broke light. Just hold tight, the plan will mold right. Got that cable applied on rich neighbors. Might as well pray to Yahweh to save you. Rubbing on my belly, I'm hungry and ready. Fast with the cash like Michael Andretti. No matter what, I chase those bucks. My car don't got money, credit smudge. Jobs always bother me, gotta win the lottery. When I leave the country, please don't bother me. Hard time, my prize in the archives. Been in poverty for a long time. Yo, what the hell you dream of? Fast, expensive trips, don't gotta pay bills, gotta get that bag quick. Tired of having nothing in my pocket, spending money on stupid shit, gotta stop it. Yo, what the hell you dream of? Fast, expensive trips, don't gotta pay bills, gotta get that bag quick. Whoop. Tired of having nothing in my pocket, spending money on stupid shit, I gotta stop it. Dollar per word, my learning curve. Fuck off, you lame birds, my trap is absurd. Pocket watcher got you plotting on the opposition. The only thing holding you back is prison. Getting fired from job, time is running out. Gotta pay the light bill, Con Ed bugging out. It's imperative, that's how I gotta live. I'm broke, don't even ask for a cig. Gotta borrow money to pay what I owe. Hurricane Sandy gave us a blow. After that, COVID swallowed the world whole. Couldn't go nowhere, stay in your home. Every day I paper chase, you know what I ate. For breakfast, success on my dinner plate. Delicious. When I gotta raise, here comes inflation. Fucking hate it, I'm losing my patience. Time to pack 'em up early, yeah. South Central, what it do though? Let's get 'em. Eradicate the town, then call it ground zero. Mind your business, don't try to be a hero. I beat up the liar, applying the pressure rapidly. Like your mistress, obliterating your salary. Chasing in the places that's gotta be spectacular. When it comes to life, you can't be the passenger. Bring that massacre when they be coming after you. She fired you because you couldn't manage her. Equipment clips, make a nigga dip. That shit I spit is too late. You is useless, I'm improving. I level up with beat through music. Yo, Marco Lloyd's is so lame. Do anything for clout and fame. Say man and Leo away from the Bronx all the way to LA. The force got major kickback. You all gonna need a shit back. Use caution when you risk that. South Central been a dispatch. The bomb from Bronx Lebanon, aka King Kong Palm. King Picasso drawing arms. It's the storm after calm. Whip it in the kitchen, my adventures make a nigga get. Turn to the streets when jobs is out of reach. South Bronx to South Central ain't nothing sweet. Come compete, you get the lead.
Monster hunt on these streets when it's time to eat. TD Jakes was a freak when it's time to preach. My SmackDown Raw still all elite. Yeah, press badge type, never mind the seats. 10 toes down, no need to leech. My word concrete, still wearing cleats. Bad bitch with me, still sand the beach. On the each two for me, cause it's never a reach. YouTube, I'm still hop the seat. Flaw with the jaw, but I plug the leak. Got on this mic and I'm in too deep. About 1,000 about it later means you hear it in me. King of the block while I stone the seat. Never met a geek that ran the streets. J's on the feet while I touch these beats. Go Sega with the sonics like I'm Fit L3. Stay resubmitting every path to pave. Walk a tsunami cause I am the wave. Bring you revelations like the end of days. Saw him in a palm frame, Beverly's maze. Enemies clock out like Flavor Flav. Make it public when you took it, I was born to blaze. For me in the kitchen for the food you crave. This raw rap shit and the beef is brave. On this campaign I'm vicious. Word to sit, I'm the sickness. Champagne drink for my bitches. If she's queen, we share riches. On these hills granting wishes. If she's Hershey's, it's kisses. It's like magic, I'm twisted. Balls on Tundra, you missed it.
Whip it in the kitchen, my adventures make a nigga get turned to the streets when jobs is not in reach. South Bronx to South Central ain't nothing sweet. Come compete, you get deadly.
Burn from fire. I'ma lose it when I tell that nigga turn it up. Nobody in here have an empty cup. Better run and escape and go pray.